There's a stat that he's never beaten Michigan or freaking Ohio State.
Ever?
No, I don't think as long as he's been a coach at Penn State, I don't think they've ever beaten them teams.
Well, this might be the best. They 3-point dogs. So maybe this is the year.
Maybe they get an opportunity. I mean, listen, if the opportunity strike, I mean, this is the first time Penn State, I think, have played any of those teams that have been ranked in the top 5, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, I think Penn State still got to play Oregon, though. I think. I'm not sure about that, but I think I can check that though. I'm kind of interested if they got to play Oregon because they got to play Oregon. I don't think they'd be in Oregon at all. Well,
You said Oregon? Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I'm checking their schedule right now because I know they don't play Michigan this year though.
You said Penn State?
Yeah, I think they got to play Oregon this year. I think.
No. They play Washington, Purdue, Minnesota, Maryland.
Man, that schedule is soft as fuck.
They win today. I think they win out. Shit.
Yeah, but even if they went out today, they're not gonna win in the Big Ten. I mean, the Big Ten.
You gotta play Oregon then, right? That'll be the lineup then, right?
Well, yeah, because if they beat Ohio State have 2 losses. Well, Oregon ain't lost yet. I don't think, and like Oregon have to lose 3 games. And I don't see Oregon losing 3 more games. So yeah, that would be the matchup. Let me see who else Oregon has on their schedule. Man, you talk about dog shit. I mean, Oregon, the rest of their schedule, these niggas ain't losing. They got Michigan, Maryland, Wisconsin, and Washington. No, they're not losing none of them games.
So today is the best day for the teams that are underestimated to get one off, huh? If you could. It'd be Penn State got to get one off and Michigan.
I mean, Michigan not beating Oregon, man. I don't care if that game. I don't care what that game is. I'd be highly surprised if I let Michigan beat them. Highly.
I tried to give them some hope, man.
I mean, I guess you ain't seen the quarterbacks from Michigan play this shit because them niggas.
Oh, yeah, I seen him play.
I seen him play. Shit.
He bad.
And at some point, man, like you gotta have a guy that can throw the ball, and they ain't got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, it's not much today, though. I mean, it's a few good games on today. We're going to tap into.
I mean, we can keep it. I mean, I'm heavy on like the NFL. Plus, we still got to go over those, top 12 rankings anyways for college football. So,
yeah. So, look, man, we finna start the show, man. We're going to get into it. First coming, you heard what he just said, the top 12. We're going to drop our power rankings. We did our power rankings on Wednesday. So, they were done before college football put out their officials. We just want to see what y'all think about ours. All right. So let's get into Yo, welcome to another episode of the CheckDown. I'm one of your hosts, Smitty. J-Mint, what's good with you, man? How you feeling, bro?
Oh, good, man. My pro team coming off a win against the Jets last week, so I'm feeling good. I mean, for the Patriots, I mean, like beating the Jets is always a good day for us, man. So yeah.
Pop, what's going on with you? How you feeling?
I'm good, chilling. Glad to be back with the people.
Certified. I don't know if you can hear me. So
I can hear you, brother. Yeah.
Okay. He made a grand entrance. You know, he feeling. He made a grand entrance. He was waiting for me to say his name.
I had to. Hey man, I had to run upstairs and get my headset and shit.
Okay. How you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
I'm good, brother. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna tell y'all how he was screaming at me before we came on. Like, I'm getting all these motherfuckers.
Hey, listen. I'm gearing up, dog. I told you, man. Listen. I gotta stay true to the word, man. I told niggas, come talk to me week 13, week 14. We closing in on that. So this my training camp. I'm gearing up.
Oh man, see,
I mean, calling
they
out.
might not want to. They might not want to. They might not want to talk at week 12, week 13. You know, but
Okay. Well, that's
we
cool.
used to that. We used to that.
That's
You know, a
cool.
lot of people disappear around this.
Yeah, man. Niggas. Go MIA, and I ain't talking about Miami. You know what I'm saying? December roll around, and motherfuckers no call, no shows. But it's go time. It's go time. Like we did. Teams about to start separating right now. So
So hey man, before we get into it, listen man, look, the mass shooting that happened over the weekend, man. My nephew was involved. He was the first victim. It's kind of hurting, right? Because like he like one of my little ones, man. He like you know, it's hard to kind of realize that my 25-year-old nephew, what I'm saying, is gone from this earth. I don't really know what to say. Like, I put it on Twitter that I didn't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Even looking at it now, 24 hours, 48 hours, closing in, it's just like it's still surreal. It's still not really sitting well. You know what I'm saying? I keep looking at the video, trying to figure out like what happened, how it happened. Like, did my nephew say something? Did they previously know each other? But was it destined for him to? You know what I'm saying? And then yesterday, sitting at my sister's house, kind of just listening to people like, man, he wasn't supposed to go. We told him not to go. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. Like, God do everything for a reason. You feel me? I can sit here and be sad, cry. You know what I'm saying? Be emotional. J May try to look out for me today, and hold it off a week. I mean, I want to be here with the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Sit here in this house looking at the TV screen. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna help me get over it. It ain't gonna help me get past it. But I appreciate everybody that did send out the condolences, the thank yous, the love and wishes, the prayers. Hey man, that's all we can do is pray. But let's get into the college football top 12 that we have for y'all. Here we go. All right, so we got Oregon number 1, Georgia at 2, Penn State at 3, Ohio State at 4, Texas at 5, Miami at 6. We have Texas A&M at 7, Tennessee at 8, Notre Dame at 9, BYU at 10, Clemson 11, Iowa State 12. I think this J Mick, I think this is gonna change today. I mean,
It's like what you said in the intro though. It's like we did this on Wednesday, man. So like after today, like you can't hold it against us, man. Like we made it on Wednesday before these games was played. So and we're gonna revisit this ranking in 2 weeks anyways, because like the official college football ranking come out on Tuesday. So and we're gonna give another 2 weeks, and then we're gonna redo our rankings again. So that's just what we're gonna do. But I like the rankings. Like the teams that are at the teams in the top 12. They have played really well this year. Like they deserve to be there. The teams that are outside the top 12, all I can say is, y'all niggas got to play better. There's nothing I can say, because the schools that are there for a reason, because they are they are the 12 best teams in the country, and they played as such. So it is what it is.
It's a couple interesting teams that like Iowa State. That one right there, like them being up there, you know what I'm saying? Them being in contention, them competing right now. It was kind of, I was like, what? Iowa State is competing?
No one expected Iowa State to be there, man. I definitely didn't. I didn't expect them to be 7-1 or whatever they are. Like I didn't. It's just like
definitely
this
wasn't on my bingo card.
Yeah, this college football team, I can say for most that I've watched in the last 10 years, has been a lot of upsets, a lot of surprising. Outcomes or whatnot. But that's why we watch college football, because I just think when you compare college to the pros, I just think there's just, you're dealing with kids that are 18 to 21, 22-year-olds. And so like these are not professionals. Like these guys aren't getting paid millions like the pro. I mean, like like now they get paid, but it's still not like the NFL. So it's just like these kids are still growing. They kids. And so I mean, you have like external factors like who's playing at home and who's on the road. Like that really makes a difference in college football. Everybody know that. I'm just restating it. Like that makes a big difference. And just these kids' mindsets, and that's how you can get upsets every week because like I mean these is kids at the end of the day. So I mean, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic when it comes to college, man. Because you do get those, like you said, you do get those like matchups where like you're not professional, so anything can happen. Anything can be crazy. Like Appalachian State beating Michigan and stuff like that. Like,
yeah. I mean, you just never know.
Yeah. All right, man. That's how. Let's get into this first game. What's the first game? Okay, we got first game. Number 4, Ohio State versus number 3, Penn State. Ohio State favored by 3, over under 47.5. Like I was saying though, before we, in the preview of the conversation we was having, Penn State best opportunity gotta be right now. They only got this is the last valuable opponent on the roster on the schedule. You beat them, you pretty much guarantee your ride to the sunsets. If not, you got the hope for Ohio State to lose one at some point.
Yeah, but I think Penn State, they ain't lost yet though. So I think no matter what happens, if they don't lose another game after today, they're in the playoff. It's just where they're gonna be. So if they got hopes of winning a conference and being a top 4 seed, then they got to win.
Wouldn't they have the same record as Ohio State if they lost today?
They would, but I still think they're getting the college football playoff though. Okay, I don't think.
Okay. I was more talking about fighting for them for the Big Ten.
Yeah, I mean the Big Ten would pretty much be shot though. I mean, if they lose to Ohio State, and I mean like Ohio State doesn't lose another game, which I don't think Ohio State's schedule is crazy because Michigan's not the same Michigan team that they've seen the last 2 years. So I mean, yeah, like this is.
Yeah, they got Indiana and Michigan left on them, but I don't know about Indiana. Indiana undefeated too.
I mean, Indiana's a good team. Like I'm waiting to see kind of what exactly they're about because I mean they're undefeated and they put up a lot of points every week. But the problem is they haven't played anybody that great. That's why they're only.
But they won't, Mitt. They really won't. Other than Ohio State, they won't play a team that's good. Michigan State, Michigan, Purdue. That's what's left on there. They would the only team they got left to play that's valuable if they can get a win is Ohio State.
Yeah, so it's just like, I mean, it's funny because like the Big Ten teams, like we was looking at the schedules, like I mean, before we hopped on the pod, and like Penn State the same way. Like after today, man, Penn State ain't really got no games that's challenging, and I mean the same goes for Ohio State. I mean, other than Indiana, other than that, I mean, it's just like there's just not a lot left on their schedule. So it's like this is the last kind of premier game that both of these teams are gonna have, and I mean, like you want to, and especially the college football rankings come out Tuesday, so you kind of want to show the voters like, hey, like this is what either Ohio State or Penn State, this is what we about. So I mean, you just kind of got to see how the game turn out. Like I'm excited for the game. I wish it wasn't a 12 noon kickoff, but I mean that's just how the TV contracts are structured. So.
I mean, that's Fox big game of the week right there, boy.
Yeah.
They got him a good one. Early too. Pop. How you feel about this game, Pop?
I agree with everything that's been said. We're getting into the part of college football where these games are gonna matter when it comes to who's gonna make it to the playoffs and what seeding you're gonna have. And this is a big game for Penn State. Because if Ohio State wins, it's just going to be Ohio State and Oregon, in my opinion, the Big Ten championship. That's why I said when Ohio State and Oregon play, we're probably seeing the Big Ten championship preview. And if Penn State is able to win, I think that gives them a better bid to go into the Big Ten championship game. Now, I don't believe Penn State will be able to beat Oregon if they do meet up, but this is a pivotal game for them right here.
All right, so I think oh man, I don't know if I could take Penn State.
Oh man.
We did all that just for me to say I don't think I could take Penn State.
I don't know if I can take it though.
I don't know if I can take Penn State. Listen, I feel like this comes down to like who can coach better. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like the coach for Ohio State, but I definitely don't like the coach from Penn State. Like Ryan Day, he ain't really that good. But old buddy from Penn State, yeah, I'm gonna go with Ohio State money line, and give me. I don't even know what part. What's the Judkins? Is that the running back?
Yeah, but they got two running backs. They got Henderson and Judkins.
Oh, they do got Henderson. Fuck. Yeah, I ain't gonna fuck with that. Give me Smith for an anytime touchdown and 60 yards. The receiver. I think his name's Smith.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way you do about this game. It's
is
like
Jeremiah Smith? Ain't that his name?
Yeah, I think it's or was it Trey Smith?
Or Jonathan Smith, something like that.
Yeah. I mean,
I know his name's Smith.
Yeah. I kind of feel the way you feel. It's just like we was talking up Penn State, doing all this talking up at Penn State, and this is the chance that they had. Like they've been having these games for the last 3-4 years against Michigan and like Ohio State, and they ain't been able to win these games. But I don't know. I don't like Drew Allard has definitely played a lot better than he did last year. Because last year Drew Allard was kind of some shit, in my opinion. He wasn't good, and so he's played a lot better. Like he's played so well that some people think in the draft he's going to be a first round pick now. That's how well he's turned his college career around this year. And then Drew Allard, the way he's played, like I like the way he's played. Like, but I just like
he kind of did what we told him to do though. When we was kind of talking about the preseason rankings, we was kind of talking about teams. We kind of said like if he could clean up the turnovers from last year, we thought he could have a good season. He only got 4 turnovers this year.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't been turned over the ball. I mean, but also they also didn't have to go play Michigan this year either. But yeah, to say Penn State need to do this and they need to do that, A, B, C, D, and E, I'm still gonna pick Ohio State. Man, give me Ohio State minus the 3, which that's what the line is. Penn State got a good defense. I just don't like the kind of talent that Ohio State has. They got talent on almost every position. The only position on the offense I don't like is the quarterback. Like I don't like the quarterback, but he's even played pretty well. He hasn't played bad. But I'm gonna still go with Ohio State. Both these coaches, like we were talking about this earlier. Both these coaches ain't exactly good when they play top 5 teams. I mean, good in terms of their like win-loss record. Their win-loss records against undefeated top 5 teams it's not good at all. So one of them is somebody got to win this game today, and I just think it's going to be Ohio State. So give me them minus the 3. With the over under 47.5. I'm gonna go under because I think this has the potential to be like a rock fight kind of game, like a 2017 or 23-20 kind of game. I don't see a lot of points being scored in this game.
It's on you.
I agree. Until Penn State can show me they can win the big one, I can't go with them. And I think that this matchup is their big one this season. So, I'll take Ohio State. But like I said, if Penn State's able to win this, it's gonna get interesting in the Big Ten.
It changes the conversation, like for the Big Ten championship too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you get them like a little bit more of a chance if they come out and beat Ohio State against Oregon than you did if they somehow made it and they lost to Ohio State. You kind of be like, I don't think they can win that game. They win today though. You know what I'm saying? Kind of open a little bit of eyes, maybe. So next game we got is Florida versus number 2 Georgia. Georgia favored by 14.5. Over under is 52.5. Fuck them Gators.
I mean, since this is my team, I'll jump in. First of all, I'm a Georgia fan 7 days out the week, 365. I would not take Georgia minus the 15. Georgia hasn't. I think the only spread they covered was the Texas game, but that's because we were dogs. Like, I mean, most of the big spreads they've had this year they haven't covered. So I'd actually go Florida. Like I think Florida. Like I think when the line opened up, it was like 15.5. Like so, I go Florida plus 14, 15 points because this is a rivalry game, man. It's really hard. Like when you go to these rivalry games, and like this is a game that we play them every year in Jacksonville. Um, and so like, and I mean, Florida, they ain't been necessarily the greatest team this year, but I mean, but for me, like I have enough respect for them to say that. I mean, we're gonna beat them. I mean, that we definitely gonna beat them. We're not losing. But I just don't see us covering like the 14 or the 15 points that they have to spread at. And part of the reason is Carson Beck, man. Carson Beck has been turning over the ball every game this season. Um, and that's just kind of what he's been doing. And I mean, I've come to the point where I expect him to be turn over the ball. I'm expecting him to throw 1 or 2 picks. Like he does that every week. So I'm done with the stage. I'm done being the delusional like bulldog fan where I'm hoping he's not going to turn over the ball. He will. He's going to turn over 1 or 2 times, and I think that allows Florida to keep the game closer to than a 14 to 15 point margin. Um, but like I said, like I think we're gonna win. The over under is 52.5. I think this game could go over because I mean if this game ends up being a blowout, I think Georgia has the potential to blow them out though if that was to happen. And I mean like Florida with DJ Lagway, like he has the capability of actually putting out throwing and running. I mean he's a good young quarterback, but he also turns over the ball a lot too.
If they didn't start that boy at some point this season, I could have seen him transfer.
Yeah, I mean, but they had to with Mertz tearing his ACL, so they ain't no choice. The props I like in this game, I mean, ETN. I mean, you got to remember, I mean, ETN played for Florida like last year, so I mean, ETN has a lot of motivation in this game because like he felt like the coach didn't play him properly, and that's why he transferred. And the last game we had, the game against Texas, I mean, ETN scored 2 times. So I mean, give me ETN. I mean, with anytime touchdown. I mean, also like Carson Beck. I think his props, I think his throwing prop is like I think it's like 260 or 270. So I mean, I'll take that. And I also think he throws for 2 touchdowns as well. The Florida side, I ain't watched a bunch of Florida, so I'm not gonna tell you to take any props on that side. Maybe DJ for like for like a anytime touchdown because like I said, he has the capability of running. So I mean that's a prop that I would like to.
Yeah, I think Georgia's just gonna win. I don't think it's gonna be a competitive game for real. Florida, in my opinion, has been lackluster for most of the season. I agree. I wouldn't take the spread. I would probably just take prop bets or Georgia money line. Um, but yeah, I just don't think this is a competitive game. I do. DJ Lagway has been playing pretty well. I believe he's a true freshman, so I think he's been playing pretty well when Florida has started him. He has had freshman mistakes though, and I think Georgia will be able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Yeah, I agree. I'm taking Georgia too. I don't know. Like Florida to me, just I don't know. I don't see how they compete. I think DJ Lagway is going to be a great player. Hey, listen, DJ, if you want to transfer, because the
That is
Gators,
nasty.
because the Gators stink. You know what I'm saying? We got some up and coming players at Florida State, man. If you want to come, because we getting rid of DJU and other 2 guys freshmen, man. You know what I'm saying? You come, we're gonna pay you pretty good in NIL money. You know what I'm saying? We got new NIL people in the front office. They gonna pay you well. You know what I'm saying? You come play Florida State. We can whoop their ass some more because the Gators suck. They suck. They stink. I might take. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I might take Georgia like -10 today. I ain't
I mean, -10 can be done. I just don't like it at 13, 14, 15. That's all.
So we gonna go. You said they stink. I put them on here. We got number 1 Oregon versus Michigan. Oregon favored by 14.5. Over under is 44.5.
Listen, I'm taking the over because Oregon on their own could get at least 3/4 of
40.
that. Yeah, they on their own they can do that. This Michigan team is not the same Michigan team we've seen over the last 3 years. Um, there's no consistency with the quarterback position. The defense, in my opinion, hasn't played up to the standard I thought they could play going into the year. It's just been inconsistent play. In Oregon, while to me there is some deficiencies on their team, they've been able to dominate games when they needed to, especially when it comes to quote unquote lesser competition. Um, I'll take Oregon in this. I'll take the over on points. I won't touch the spread just because Michigan might fuck around and get a touchdown or something. I'll ruin it. So I'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, looking at this game, like I don't see any threat for Oregon to lose this game. And I even like Oregon minus a 14.5 because for me, the one issue I have with Michigan on their defense is their linebackers. Their linebacker play has been pretty bad this year. Has not been good to me. You know, what I mean, like they got good talent on the D line. They got, literally the best corner in college football, Will Johnson. But I don't think Will is playing because I think Will got hurt. And if I'm Will, like I'm done. Like I'm sitting out the rest of the season. Like I don't. If I'm Will Johnson, I don't got nothing else to prove. Like I won a national championship last year. I mean, pretty much all the draft experts are saying that I'm the number one corner going into the draft, which means he's gonna probably be a top 5, top 10 pick. So if I'm Will, like I don't really got nothing else to prove. So I'm not gonna play. Like if I'm hurt, like I'm gonna sit out the rest of the season and just be done with it. And so I mean, without having Will, and I mean like the linebackers being questionable, going against Oregon's offense, man, like you know, I mean, they're gonna stress your defense normally. And I mean, like they can stress your, you know, like the problem with Oregon is like, I mean, they can stress you at the running back position, they can stress you at the tight end position and the wide receiver position. Like Tez Johnson, like I like Tez Johnson a lot. And I mean, Tez was good last year, you know, I mean, like when they had Troy Franklin, it's just like Troy Franklin was just the guy that everybody knew. But I mean, Tez is one of the better wide receivers in the country as well. And I just think they're gonna have a day, and I just don't see how Michigan. When you play Oregon, you're gonna have to be able to throw the ball. You're not just gonna be able to run it all day long. They're not gonna allow you to do that. I mean, and Michigan got got quarterbacks that just are not that great throwing the ball. So I just don't see it. I mean, over under, like I'm with Pop. Like I do like the over because I think Oregon has the capability of, you know, I mean, getting that on their own. So give me that. Give me a Tez Johnson touchdown. Talked him up. And whatever Doug, you know, Gabriel's, you know, yards and touchdowns are, I would take that as well. The quarterback.
Who the hell is Doug? Who the hell is Doug?
He's the quarterback for Oregon. Or Doug.
Dylan. Dylan.
Dylan.
Hey, I was like, Doug. What?
Whatever.
Hey, listen. If you're watching the pod, black people will crucify your name and name you something else real quick.
Oh yeah.
If you are not locked in on name, you can end up with a multitude of names that's close to your name.
Yeah. And I mean, on the Michigan side, give me their running back Mullins for an anytime touchdown. Like he scored he scored 7 touchdowns this year, so he has a good amount of touchdowns. If they're going to run it in, it's probably going to be him. Because I mean, TJ Edwards is not really having a good season this year. And so like those are the guys for touchdowns that I like. Also, keep an eye on Michigan's tight end Loveland coming into the season. He was one of the highest ranked tight ends in the country. So I mean, he's still a factor. So I mean, like if you're looking for a tight end in the draft, this is a good game to watch for that too.
All right, so we got Louisville versus number 11 Clemson. Clemson favored by 10. The over under is 62.5. Listen, I like Clemson to win this game, but I don't know about the 10. Louisville has been explosive with that little quarterback they got. He's been able to put up a fight in a couple of games this year, but I like Clemson to win this game. I think Clemson win this game. Give me Clemson -7. I'm going under on the 62.5.
I'm kind of with you. Like Clemson has really caught their stride. I mean, Louisville showed that they could put up points against Miami. The problem is Clemson's defense is much better than Miami. It's not even close. And so I just don't think you're going to be able to muster 40-something points against this Clemson defense. I mean, the defense has been playing good all year. Even when they played Georgia, the defense played, I mean, pretty well for the most part. And the quarterback for the Clemson, I think his name is like Klubnik or Klubernick or something like that. Like he's played so much better that people are putting him in the Heisman conversation. That's how much better he's been playing over the last couple of weeks. So I do like Clemson minus the 10. Over under, I don't, like I said, Clemson's defense is pretty good. So I don't know if this game is going to go over the 62.5. Like I'm just not 100% sure of that. So I would just kind of stay away from it. To be honest. I'm trying to think what else. Clemson. Prop wise, I would probably take Klubnik's yards and touchdowns because, like I said, he's been playing pretty well. So I would take that. On Louisville side, they got a wide receiver named Brooks. I would take him for an anytime touchdown. He's been playing exceptionally well this year. He almost has 800 yards receiving. He's got 8 touchdowns, and I mean, that's through 8 games. So essentially, he's averaging 100 yards a game and a touchdown a game. I mean, essentially that's what he's averaging. So I would take him for a anytime touchdown.
This quarterback I told y'all at the beginning, he going crazy right now. Down to 2,400 yards, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Yeah.
The one for Louisville, he going nuts. They're just not winning.
I mean, but the funny thing is, like, yeah, he's got 2,300 yards. I mean, like Klubnik got like 18, like 18,
18. Yeah.
And he's got 20 TDs and 3 picks as well. So he's having a good season too. So.
No, I just didn't. I thought because I seen Cade, I'm like, okay, buddy from Louisville ain't gonna be that much. I ain't expecting him to be 500 yards up. That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's also because like Louisville just like they love to throw the ball too, though. So that's another factor.
Yeah. Go ahead, Pop. On you. My bad.
No, you good. Yeah, I'm going with Clemson. Listen, Louisville is just too inconsistent for me to believe they'll be able to compete right now. Clemson, week by week, has gotten better. Seems like the team is gelling more and more. And yeah, I'll go with Clemson. I wouldn't take the over though because that's relying on Louisville to put up at least half them points. I would take the under or just Clemson's money line straight out.
All right. So the last game for the college slate is number 18 Pitt versus number 20 SMU. SMU favored by 7. Over under is 56.5. Pitt coming to this game undefeated, but they damn the 8-point underdog. They 7-point underdog. That says a lot about a team. SMU, I think, is 7-1.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much analysis on this game. I just like, SMU in the game. Pitt might be undefeated, but I think SMU has the better team, has the better talent. So I'm just gonna go with them minus the 7. I'm gonna keep it cut and dry like that. But I do think this game has the possibility of going over, and I do like the over in this game too.
Yeah, I agree with what Mick said. It's not really much to talk about from my perspective. I do like the way SMU has been playing, and I do like them to win this game.
Damn, SMU be going on. So let's get into this NFL. We got Texans 13 versus Jets 21. It better be. If not, you're gonna be fighting again. I don't know what to say about Drew Allar. But the Jets pull it off 13-21 Thursday night football game. The Texans really look defeated on the offensive line to me. I never seen CJ Stroud do that much running in my life. And I mean, his receiving core just seemed like they ain't on the same page at this point. Just right now, I think it's gonna take a little while to get it. I guess with 1 and 2 out, he was on Tank Dell though. Tank Dell had a good game. He did have some chemistry with Tank, but it seemed like him and Mechie kind of was off. It seemed like him and Woods maybe I think they connected like once or twice for a nice game, but he missed him a few times. I don't know. It just seemed like that offensive line is not good, and I know they kind of banged up, right? If I'm not mistaken, they got some missing pieces on the offensive line. They got to figure it out though, because that game was very almost unwatchable.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like the first half of that game was terrible. It was a terrible watch. I mean, I think I made a tweet about it. Like, if I didn't love football so much, man, I'd have turned that game off, bro. That's how bad that game was in the first half. It was just the product wasn't good. It got better offensively in the second half, but like you said, like Texas got to do something with that offensive line. Like they got until Tuesday of the trade deadline at 4 p.m. to fix to add something to the offensive line to make it better. Because I mean, like I think I said that earlier. Like partly for me with that is it's partly the offensive line and partly CJ. Like CJ had some plays where he could have thrown the ball. It's just he was holding on to the ball on certain. I'm not gonna blame him for everything, but I mean there were plays to be made where he just held on to the ball too long. And you know there was that, and then he had some throws that just weren't accurate. And like last year he was a lot more accurate. You know, I mean, like than he was this year. But you can blame it on him getting hit so much.
Yeah.
But I mean, like ultimately, when you're a 6-2 team and you're coming into a game playing a 2-6 team, I don't care what the context behind the 2-6 team is. I don't care. You have to win that game. And by them not winning that game and taking on like an extra loss, now they're 6-3. And if the Colts can find some way to beat the Vikings, the Colts is kind of breathing right down their back. I mean, they have beaten the Colts 2 times this year, so essentially the Colts would have to finish with a better record than them. But they're leaving the door open for the Colts to make that division race interesting. And that's what happens when you don't win games that you're supposed to win. So
Yeah, man. Houston dropped the ball. I don't know how they lost that game. I mean, I do. I watched it. Um, I think Bobby Slowick is struggling right now. Like I get it. I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses for C.J. Stroud because I think he's an exceptional quarterback, a top 5 quarterback. But with that said, he's still young. And I just didn't see anything from Bobby Slowick where he was actually trying to help his quarterback. It was just like he was just beating his head against the wall or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I don't know if I think it was like third quarter, first time we saw play action. I can't recall seeing any type of bubble screens. You know what I'm saying? They crashing down on the left side the entire game. Green, that left tackle, man, that motherfucker was getting whooped, yo. Like he couldn't run block, he couldn't pass block. Like I saw so many times he just whiffed on the block, bro. Like I don't even understand how motherfucker a man that pause that big that's so close to the defender can't even touch him. You know what I'm saying? It was so many times he went out to jam him and nothing was there and he was on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And then here go CJ, man. Like I would love to see his yards traveled because he was on the run, dog. Then if that nigga was on the run, like a nigga with 2 felonies, listen, um, they gonna have to fix that, dog, because it's like that offense should not be that dependent on Nico Collins. Um, and even everybody loved D'Amico. Um, you got to dial that shit up, bro. You got to figure out a way to get to that old ass nigga Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. Maybe they having both of them are having sophomore slumps or whatever, but don't nobody give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get anointed a contender in the conference, don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. You gotta get that shit done. And that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? It's a completely different ball game being the hunted versus being the hunter. You know, motherfuckers gear up for your ass like you gonna get their best shot. And the Jets, they ain't no better. I feel like Houston lost that game more than the Jets won it. You know, but a dub is a dub, and I hope Houston can get it together. But it ain't looking good.
Yeah, I agree, especially when you're having success in the second half of the game in the run in the run game with Joe Mixon, who was cooking, and you move away from it. I don't understand that, especially when you're what at the 17-yard line in the red zone and you call back to back. You called like what 3 passes, and this is after they got the penalty to move, and your kicker misses what is considered a chip shot field goal. Um, you're seeing that the loss of Nico in this offense, CJ is struggling with. To me, he's like a Matt Stafford who, when he has his guy, he's gonna feed him, and it's hard for him to move off of that one guy. I think Robert Woods had maybe one catch. I don't even recall Mechie being in the game. I don't know what tight ends they passed to. It just seemed like the offense just never was consistent enough. And then the deficiencies, especially going into the fourth quarter, it just broke. It's like the pipe just broke, and that's how the Jets were just able to get key stops on defense and allow the offense to start cooking.
Yeah, I think I don't know, but that offensive line to me, boy, I never. Sheesh, Jesus Christ, they couldn't block. They couldn't block nothing. Nothing.
Bro, this is third and 7, right? In the red zone. Ball snapped, 72 on the Jets immediately in the backfield. I'm like, wait, how the fuck he get there so quickly? Who was supposed to block him? Because whatever they did, they didn't do. Because there's no way between the ball being snapped, getting into CJ hand, that defender is immediately in his face like that. That Jets D line was beating up that O line all game.
Yeah, and like so, like I'll add one thing, like on the Devontae Adams touchdown and late in the fourth quarter, like to me, Aaron Rodgers is not the guy that I want to be running. Like D'Amico was running cover zero. I don't want to be running cover zero against Aaron Rodgers. I mean, maybe if you disguise it pre-snap and then you go into cover zero after he snaps it, cool. But I'm not giving Aaron Rodgers the look that is cover zero, and that's the coverage that I'm going to be in. I'm not doing that. And what you saw was the Devontae Adams touchdown. That's
He
what happens.
immediately checked that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like you just can't run that coverage against Aaron Rodgers if it's not disguised. You just can't. You can't do it. I mean, he's a 40-year-old vet, bro. Like that shit's not gonna work, and it didn't work. So it's just like, bro, like you got to be better than that.
He looked up at Devontae like, what? This what? You know what it is,
then when
bro.
you got a player like Devontae who is so in tune to what Aaron Rodgers will do in those situations, you saw what happened.
I mean, it's just, I mean, you just can't do that. Like you got to discuss, like
hey,
I mean,
Pop, that's the moment where like you remember when Devontae Adams was like, he was like, me and Aaron got a chemistry where he might call a play and I got a route, but I know him so well, I know what route to run.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was that moment where he I don't give a damn what I just called as the check that checked it to a pass. Nigga, you run a go route now. I'm gonna put that bitch up and you better not drop it because he did. Didn't he drop one, Mitt?
Yeah, he dropped
He
one.
did. Yeah, he did.
Did he drop
He
one?
dropped the easy one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He dropped the go, but I know he dropped the first down pass too, didn't he? He dropped like a little slant too.
Yeah, I mean,
it was one for like almost 15, 17 yards that's like a routine catch for him, and he dropped it.
The one down the right sideline, but I thought he dropped a slant too. I can't remember.
And he had a couple drops in that game. Like he
Yeah,
put in one. That's for
It
yeah.
sure.
was uncharacteristic of him to drop that, but he ain't dropped the one that counts. So shit, that's all that matters.
But I mean, he been doing that. Like he did that in the game last week with the Patriots. Like he had a lot of catches he could have made that he just dropped. So I don't like. I'm not sure if it's the hamstring was going on. I don't know what's going on with him, but I mean, it's something.
Chemistry, man. They got to get it back. They got to get it back, I guess.
I mean, but I thought you don't lose chemistry though, man. That's what somebody told me.
Hey man,
I
you
mean,
lose chemistry. You lose chemistry.
the chemistry gonna be there. That's what I mean. Somebody told me.
Yeah.
Who said that?
If you listen to a Jets fan, you know they was lying to you.
It was a
You know they was selling you a dream. You know they was selling you a car. They told you it was from down south, but it's been stuck in Buffalo for the last 7 years.
Man,
It got
they
salt
was
residue all on the bottom of that motherfucker.
they was talking real breezy out of that little funky ass win.
I mean,
Mm,
of course. That's what they do. I mean, but I don't get it.
Y'all
Like,
said we was gonna lose. We still
Cause
think
last week they said it's over. That's what they were saying. In
I
all the
mean,
Jet spaces, they were saying it was over.
to
yeah.
me, it's still over. You're still 3-6. The difference between 2-6 and 3-6 is not is not that much different, man.
It's not. It's not. You don't have much. I just. I mean, ugh, you gotta run the tables, dog. Like, mm,
Yeah, but
we'll see.
the problem is they still got to play the Dolphins twice. They still got to play the Bills once. I mean, like they're not going to run the table. Not even in the division are they going to run the table.
right now, the Jets would be 10th in the AFC.
But that's also because nobody else has played yet. Once all these other teams that are playing at like teams like my team that we play the Titans, we're supposed to beat the Titans because the Titans got a whole bunch of injuries. Like you got other 2-6 teams that are going to win, and when they do win, they just will fall down further. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you're 10th right now, but I mean, once this week concludes and everybody plays, you're going to be further down than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is. I mean, yeah, you're right.
And I mean, like personally, like I have no hopes of making the playoffs. Like, I'm not that delusional. So I mean, being once you get to 2-6, bro, you have to have a miracle happen to freaking make the playoffs. Like a
Hey,
miracle.
Meg, I just want to let you know, brother. I know you're going through some tough times in New England right now, and we're gonna stay in solidarity with you, brother. I mean, not outside the playoffs, but like, in spirit.
I mean, I'm good though, man. I mean, like, I got my quarterback who seemed to be a pretty good quarterback. I'm gonna have another top 10 pick this year. So next year, I expect these niggas to win at least 7-8 games next year. Like I'm not doing this 4 or 5 win shit next year.
How y'all O line look?
I mean, our O line is not really that good, but I anticipate us drafting like a tackle this year. I mean, maybe pick up another tackle in free agency, and that should pretty much keep us solid because our center and our guards are fine. It's the
Yeah.
tackle. So I mean, once we could draft a tackle and then we, I mean, add another tackle in free agency, I mean, the line should be fine. I mean, the defense got a lot of injuries, so I'm not really that pressed on the defense. I think the defense will be fine. So that's what I'm saying. Like next year, like I said, I'm not doing this 5-win shit next year. Like these niggas got to win at least 7-8 games next year.
All right, so first game of the week, we got your division up, man. You know what I'm saying? Dolphins versus Bills. Bills favored by 6.5, over under 49.
I mean, to me, there's nothing to talk about. I mean, until the Dolphins can beat the Bills, they ain't really. I mean, Josh Allen, he suns the Dolphins every time he plays them.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
I
that
just,
baby's pappy.
and I mean, like the game is in Buffalo, so I don't see this. And I mean, if you watch the Dolphins last week, the Dolphins played like dog shit last week. I mean, they got walked down, and this is not against the Cardinals, but they had that game against the Cardinals, and the Cardinals walked them down in Miami and beat them. So I just don't have any faith in them at all.
That last first down that they gave up to Kyler was disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting. I have no idea why they didn't have a spy on him when he scrambled for it was like 15 yards for a first down and shit. And then because they didn't even have it was like third and long, and they could have forced them to kick the field goal, which would have they still would have had to. They still need. It was still a one score game, and yeah, they just. I mean, I can't talk because that's how I lost my motherfucking game. The Kyler Murray not containing his little. I hate that fucking leprechaun, man. I swear to God, I hate that little nigga, man. He's just so. I don't know, man. Like his legs just be moving so fast, and it's like that little mouse, the little Mexican mouse from Looney Tunes, is like his top half don't be moving, but his legs be going like a mile a minute. Um, I hate that motherfucker. But anyway, this game right here, man. The Dolphins got to show improve, man. Like, like y'all spending way too much money on that roster. I mean, granted, they did lose Phillips again, and with Bradley Chubb, I don't think he's back just yet. Um, but even still, man, like you got too much talent on offense to be looking like this every year, man. So I mean, what's the point? Like if y'all gonna look like this every year, what's the point? What's the point of doing this? Break that shit up, do something. Cause this spinning the wheels, treading the water shit that they do every year is just what we doing?
Listen. So when Mick said, he owned their ass, I was like, let me see how much ownership he
It's that
should,
baby's pappy.
how much ownership he should put into the Dolphins. So listen, so he played 13 games. He's 11-2. He has 110 passer rating, 3,500 passing yards, 34 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in those 13.
You said 34 touchdowns?
34 touchdowns.
I mean, I wouldn't lie. He owned so let me put you like this, right?
How many games?
Like 12. Like 12.
13. He 11-2.
Tom Brady was 33.
3,500 yards in 13 games?
Yeah, I mean he owns it.
Bro, he be moving late.
Like Tom Brady was 33-3 against the Bills, right? Statistically, from a statistical standpoint, Josh Allen is more dominant against the Dolphins than Tom Brady was against the Bills. Statistically, I'm not talking about totals, I'm talking about like averages. Like think about that for a second. A guy that beat the Bills 33 out of 36 times, but Josh Allen is more dominant against the Dolphins than Brady was against the Bills. Think about that. Shit is fucking insane.
Josh Allen averages a little over 2.5 touchdowns a game against the Dolphins.
It's 9,
That's crazy.
0, and then that goes into that 13.
I mean, it's just. I mean, the shit is in. It's insane.
I didn't
Yeah.
think that bad. Like I had to go look. I just wanted to see. Like
the shit is bad. It's real bad, and I don't see it getting no better this week because they're playing in Buffalo. Most of the time, the last couple of years, he's kind of struggled a little bit in Miami, but this, I mean, like they already beat them in Miami by 21 points already.
Yo, he's 3 touchdowns away from averaging 3 touchdowns versus them, and like 200. My math might be a little off. It's like 258 yards and like 2.8 touchdowns.
Yeah.
he be smoking their boots. Right now, listen, that ain't even rushing. That's just pass. That was just the passing stat. I didn't even do the rushing stat.
Let me see. Cause you said 3,500 yards.
Yeah.
Divide that by 13.
3,502.
Yeah, so he averages 269.2 yards a game with a little over 2.5 touchdowns a game against the Dolphins. That's a nasty.
He be
stomping
them. He be stomping them out, fam.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not like it's just. I mean, it's just not a good look, man. Like, I mean, I don't. I honestly don't know what better way to say it. It's just
Yeah,
not a good look.
it's
And I mean, like,
domination.
yeah, I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
they gotta get some better, like, but the thing is, like, the Bills fans, they don't even respect them niggas no more. That's how bad it is. If you hear the Bills talk this week about the Dolphins, they expect to go in there and like blow them out by 2, 3, 4 touchdowns. Like they have no respect for them, which I
What
don't.
was Brady's record versus Buffalo?
33-3,
Jesus.
33-3. But yet, I mean, on an average basis, Josh Allen's averages are better against the Dolphins than Tom Brady's was against the Bills. I mean, shit's nasty, man. It's the shit real nasty.
Mm.
Yeah, Dolphins, y'all in trouble. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, this is one of those matchups. Until I see that y'all can beat them, I'm just not gonna pick you. I'm going with the Bills.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going with the Bills.
yeah.
All right, so we got Broncos versus Ravens. Ravens favored by 9.5. Over under is 46.5. I seen something on TikTok last night. I was like struggling on TikTok, and I seen I don't even know who dude was, but he was talking about like the next two games for the Broncos. You're gonna really see if they pretenders or contenders, because I think they got like two big games coming up.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's like the Ravens, and then the other team is like maybe Kansas City or something like that.
Yeah, because they haven't played Kansas City at all yet. They still got to play them twice.
Mm-hmm.
It might be KC. I think the next two games. Let me see. Let me double. Yeah, yeah. So
I
they was like,
just
these two games are gonna show you if they pretenders or contenders. I don't know.
this like strength versus strength for me, man, because Denver's defense is them niggas balling. And
Mm-hmm.
I know Baltimore's gonna get back to basics. They kind of got away from Derrick Henry a little bit last week. I think this is gonna be like some Clash of the Titans type shit. Like somebody gonna have to impose their will on somebody. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Last week I said I didn't like the 9 versus Cleveland. I do not like the 9.5 versus Broncos. I'm picking Ravens to win money line, but I ain't taking that 9.5. They can't stop a fucking nosebleed. That Ravens defense is bad. It's
They come.
not just uh not playing up to par as far as like what we're used to. They're bad.
I'll say this: when McDonald, that was the DC last year for the Ravens, when he left and they elevated Zach Orr, who wasn't even their option. Like all their other options took different jobs. I said this Ravens defense is not going to be what we think it is because you have a person in position who's never coached at the level y'all asking him to coach. And we're seeing that over the course of the season so far is like rookie mistakes from a coaching perspective. The Broncos defensively do stop what the Ravens like to do well. Um, they're able to slow down your run game. They're able to get pressure on the quarterback. They're able to do that. I think PS2 came back last week for the Broncos, so I think a healthy PS2. I think he'll be covering Zay in this game. For me, my thing is, can Sean Payton create an offense that can take advantage of the deficiencies that this Ravens defense has? And I think he can. I don't think this is a game the Ravens can sleep on. I think this is a game that they have to be motivated to play and play well because next week you're playing the Bengals Thursday night football. You got to stack as many wins, especially with how the AFC is starting to shape out. The Ravens got to get this. I don't like the spread, but I do. I like certain plays like Henry's yards, maybe anytime touchdown, because that's been hitting damn near every game.
If the Broncos was to pull out these next 2 wins, what does that say about what Sean Payton was able to do with that team?
I mean, you got to say that Sean Payton might be coach of the year.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. To be able to take that roster and be competitive, yeah, that says a lot about the coaching. Especially, who's the DC for the Broncos?
What's the guy's name? The guy that we all said that they should fire last year after giving up 70 points to the Dolphins.
Vance.
Yeah, Vance. Yeah.
Oh, damn, it's still him. I thought they'd hire somebody else.
Nah.
But I think the guys they have fit what he wants to do, because that defense, like, to be honest, I didn't think that Broncos defense would perform the way they have been, and they've been dominant on that side of the ball, especially that one linebacker that they got. I can't think of his name right now, but he's been pretty good.
I mean, this game, it's a two-sided story. Like, the Broncos, they trying to figure out what's good, June. The Broncos trying to figure out if they, you know what I'm saying, real deal, if they compete with teams like the Ravens, like the Chiefs. You got a team like the Ravens who kind of trying to like separate themselves from the rest of the AFC. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make the season a little bit more comfortable, if you would say. I like the Ravens money line, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Broncos pulled the upset.
See, I mean, for me, like, I would like the Broncos more if this game was in Denver. If this game was in Denver, I'd feel a lot more comfortable picking them money line, to be honest with you. But the game is not in Denver; it's in Baltimore. So I'm not going to take Broncos money line, but I will take Broncos plus the 9.5. Like, I just think, I mean, everybody thinks, oh, I mean, the Ravens coming off a loss to the Browns, and they're going to play much better. But like, the Broncos got a top 5 defense in the league. They got that defense for a reason. And so I don't necessarily think the Broncos are going to win the game, but I do think that they're going to keep it close enough where, like, they're not going to lose by more than 10.
I might take that plus. I might take that too. I might.
It's pretty much plus 10. I mean, you can raise it up to plus 10. Like, I like them plus the 10. And I mean, like, let's face it, like, the NFL, it's hard to beat good teams by 10 or more points. And you gotta start saying that the Broncos are a good team, man. They're in the playoff hunt right now. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're a top 7 seed in the AFC. So you gotta start putting some respect on their name. Like, they're not a bad team. And I know we all don't like Bo.
They're 5.
All that, yeah, they 5. So we all don't like Bo Nix and all that good stuff. But I mean, Bo Nix has been good for them. I mean, for the most part. I mean, he's had some bad throws that he hasn't made, but for the most part, I mean, he's been good enough for them to win games. And I mean, like, when you're dealing with a rookie quarterback that you didn't draft, when you draft him outside the top 10, I mean, that's all you're looking for.
So we got Chargers versus Browns. Chargers favored by 1.5. The over/under is 42.5. That 1.5 kind of tricky. Yeah. They believe this game could go either way, huh?
Well, it's because of Jameis, man. Like, I think people like Jameis a lot. I mean, Jameis is a very interesting guy. We just like that. He's a very interesting guy. Like, I mean, to me, the best part of his games be after the game, and, like, you know, the presence he does after the game. Because they'll just be hilarious, man. I don't care what nobody said. That dude, he a funny dude without trying to be funny. So. So, but yeah, like, I think Vegas is valuing their win against the Ravens a little bit too much to me, because I actually like I like the Chargers in this game. So I mean, give me the Chargers minus the 1.5. I just think, like, Jameis will give you a little. He'll give you a little bump because he came in there. You know. I mean, Jameis. No matter what you want to say, you want to call him a 30 for 30 quarterback or whatever. Jameis is a leader of men, bro. Like, he's a good leader. That's what he does well. But I just think at some point, like, that's going to wear off, and the Browns going to be the Browns who are going to be the Browns were most of the season. And I just think and that's why I like the Chargers in this game.
Hey, big simple, chill. Probably nobody. It's at 1 o'clock. If it ain't on the 4th screener, probably won't get tuned into.
I mean, I know the Browns and the Chargers fans be watching this game though.
Yeah, they'll watch it. They ain't got no choice. I mean, they watching. But the Chargers ain't playing bad though. And the oh, come on, Drew. That's what we talking about right there, bro. You can't miss those opportunities, brother.
So has LA underachieved so far? How do y'all feel about the Chargers and the whole Harbaugh thing?
I don't think you can say they underachieved though, because they had a top 5 pick last year. So I'm not sure you can say they underachieved. They are 4-3, so I mean they got to win. They're in the playoff hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I think actually they're the 7th seed right now. So I mean, if the season was to end today, they'd be in the playoffs. So I mean, going from a 5-win team to making the playoffs, that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah, I can't say the Chargers are underachieving, considering, like what Mick said, you dropped it top 5. I think there's a lot more issues on the team that need to get addressed. You got to continue to build up that wide receiving room. Probably get a guard or two. So there's like still things the team can build on, but how they've been playing, it's, to me, they're playing a lot more competitive. And I think that is towards the coaching. So yeah, I never had the Chargers like being in the playoffs this year anyway. Like I thought if they can win like 7-8 games, that would be better than what they did last year.
But I also think the Chiefs got to watch out, man, because this iteration of the Chargers isn't even what John Harbaugh wants them to be. Like they don't have any wide receivers, and they're still 4-3. So I just think this is not the year for the Chargers. I think the upcoming years is when the Chiefs might have a little bit of competition inside the division.
Yeah, I think I think as everybody said, like you kind of can't say they underachieved. They're a top 5 pick, and they really did. What did they have? How many wins did they have last year? Like 5, 6?
It was 5, yeah.
So it's like you're on the verge of already being better than you were last year. I think if anything, yeah, I think the receiving part of the game is kind of sad. They don't got no receivers. Like outside of Lab McConkey right now, it looks sad. So I mean, I want to see them do more. I want to see what they continue to build out there. I think Harbaugh gonna do some good work with them. But I still got them beating the Browns. Because that's more sad. With that fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah, I think that Deshaun Watson thing is done. They're gonna have a top 10 pick. If they could get a quarterback, if I'm them, I would draft a quarterback.
You would hope they would, but what happens when they don't?
I mean, but even if they don't, like their track record of drafting quarterbacks ain't ain't exactly pristine either. So
I was just gonna ask. That was gonna be the second question. Do you trust them to draft a quarterback?
Not necessarily.
I don't trust them to draft them, sign them, trade them, nothing.
I mean, they just haven't shown that they're good at that. I mean, it's just a fact. Like it's just from the last 25 years, the only good quarterback they drafted really was Baker. That's it.
And you wasn't even smart enough to keep him around.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of did Baker kind of dirty. I'm not gonna lie, but well, I mean, like at least from the fan base perspective, because I mean, they try to blame him for everything, and obviously you see them now. Obviously, he's not there. He was not the issue.
You seen the shiny little piece of silver out there and thought it was gold, and then found out that shit was paper mache.
Well, and that's the Cleveland Brown experience, I guess. I'm not sure.
They might well go back to putting paper bags on their damn heads.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you could say. I mean, that's just their known that's their known experience.
Them motherfuckers is god awful, bro. That is crazy. All right, so we got Saints versus Panthers. Saints favored by 7.5. The over under is 43.5. Pop, your team. What's that?
Yeah, Derek Carr's coming back for this game, so he'll be starting. But I believe Kamara's out. Kendrick Miller's out for this game, so I think the only running back we have is Jamal Williams, and to me, that's not it. I think we're gonna be out. Marshawn Lattimore's not playing. Kool-Aid McKinstry's not playing. So I'm out my 2 starting corners as well. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think we can win, but just how the team's been playing, I don't have faith. I just don't. I think Derek Carr is the best quarterback option we have, and he can make it work. But I don't know. The team just ain't playing with heart to me. So I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I can't rely on them to actually win a game I think is winnable.
You said Kamara not playing this week again? Or do you say he's not playing this week? No.
I saw him as out on the injury report yesterday.
Oh, damn. Yeah, but I mean, aren't y'all playing the Panthers, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Panthers just traded away Deontay Johnson. They don't got him no more. Jonathan Brooks, I heard he's still not playing, though, because he's he was on that non-football injury list. And so they opened up his window, but he's still not playing. So I don't know. It's hard for me to pick the Panthers in any game, man. It's just, I mean, like the 7.5 is tough.
Yeah.
But I do like the Saints to win the game. Like I don't know. Like I said, I don't know about the 7.5, but I like them to win the game. I just Panthers vibe on that whole franchise is just not good, and I just don't think they're gonna win. That's all.
It like she just gave me the injury reports. I was just like, I might just stay away.
I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're still playing the Panthers, though, man.
We still are, but Jesus,
I think it's gonna be a heavy dose of Taysom this game, specifically with, like I said, with the loss of Kamara. You're gonna get a heavy dose of Taysom.
Appreciate that, bro.
But we'll see.
Taysom finna be playing running back, quarterback, fullback, tight end, receiver.
I mean, one thing I can say is, like, I don't like a lot of things in this game, but the one thing I do like is an anytime touchdown for fucking Hill. That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one play. Yeah, that's the one play I would definitely take.
I might take his rushing and receiving combined because I think it's low.
Yeah, I'm not taking nothing else. I'm staying away.
Well, I only Taysom Hill because he gonna be doing everything. He gonna be doing the whole kit and caboodle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
I mean, the Saints should win this game. That's it.
I mean, but the question is, like, so for the Saints fans, like, I've heard some Saints fans on Twitter talk. It's like winning this game. It's great to win a game. Oh shit! Is that a pick six?
Oh,
yeah, that's
got a dog.
Yeah, I mean, Penn State's got a pick six, but
that's what's up.
But
well, it's a whiteout in that bit too.
Yeah,
it's a daytime whiteout.
But yeah, I mean, the Panthers is just like it's horribly run. I mean, and I'm not even convinced that Bryce Young is a complete bust because it's hard to judge a player when they're in a shitty franchise. That's just how I view the Panthers until, and like I don't hate Canales either. Like, I think Canales is a good coach. I don't know if he's a good head coach. I know he's a good OC. I know that. But the situation is so messed up. It's hard for me to judge anything. So it's like I gotta take a wait and see approach when the season's over and like what they do.
So we got Raiders versus Bengals. Bengals favored by 7. Over under is 45.5.
Um, I don't even know what to say about this, to be honest with you. The Bengals are not playing good football. Um, they just, I don't know, they just don't look good. And the Raiders, as hard as they try to play, they really don't have the talent to compete. I mean, they competed last week, but I don't know, man. This isn't something that I want to watch. The Raiders exhausted a lot of energy and emotions last week versus the Chiefs, a team that they've been gearing up for. They've been talking about the Chiefs all year. You know what I'm saying? Making little Kermit the
Mm-hmm.
Frog, um, Muppets and puppets and shit and everything. And you know what I'm saying? I see another letdown this week. Um, Joe Burrow should have his way with them, but the Bengals not playing good football either, man. But I don't know. I don't know. I think this is maybe a bounce back game for them.
The Bengals bounce back.
My issue with
Yeah.
the Eagles is their defense is dog shit. That's my issue with it. It's not good. And so
Yeah, but that Raiders offense is some shit too.
yeah, but when you play a bad defense, you can make bad offenses look good with a bad defense, especially how that Bengals defense been playing. Um, I'm not picking the Raiders though. I'm not saying that. That's far with it. I still like the Bengals in the game. I don't know about the 7 though. Like I mean, give me like maybe -3, -4, like inside of a touchdown. Like I like that better, lowering that down. Um, but the one prop I do like is Jamar. I was talking about it earlier with the guy, with everybody on the pod. Jamar Chase, man, give me his receptions and his catches, and give me an on anytime touchdown. Jamar gonna cook. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the one thing Jamar gonna do is Jamar gonna cook. And I mean, give me that, and also give me Chase Brown for anytime touchdown because I think the other running back he's out. So this game is all gonna be on Chase Brown. So
Yeah, this is a game to me. The Bengals should be able to win with the talent that they have on the offensive side of the ball, but that defense is they can't stop nothing. They can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass. They don't. To me, they don't do anything well. Um, but also this Raiders team just lacks so much talent on both sides of the ball. I just don't see how this can be a competitive game from them. Um, I'll just take the Bengals money line and like Mick said, Chase props because I think Chase is gonna hit all the overs on his props. So I'll do that. But yeah, I'm just gonna take the Bengals straight up.
I'm taking the Bengals too. Well, like yeah, money line. I was gonna say maybe the 7, but I don't know. Like it just don't. I don't know. The Bengals offensively probably gonna put up some points, but defensively they probably gonna give up some points. So I don't know if they're gonna like wholeheartedly say they cover the 7. Just give me money line. I'm taking Jamar Chase anytime touchdown and his receiving yards for sure.
yeah, because I don't think Higgins is playing. I think he's doubtful. So, and I mean, Big Simple, you sure you want a guy that's always getting hurt or that's I mean, and I get it. The dude on his franchise tag. So I told people, really, I said this in the offseason. I like you gotta be aware of these tag players, bro. Because anytime they get any kind of injury, bro, they're gonna sit out. That's what they're gonna do because they're not getting paid the way they want to get paid. And
Right.
T is a prime example of that right now. Like I mean, he get a little injury, he's not playing.
Right. All right. So we got Commanders versus Giants. Commanders favored by 4. Over under is 44.5. Oh man.
I mean, I heard some people picking the upset. I've heard some people picking the Giants for this game. That's what I've been hearing.
I would love to pick the Giants, but Daniel Jones is disappointing as hell. He couldn't. That boy is bad. Is that a turnover? Oh no, I was going to say, boy, Jesus
Nah, man,
Christ.
I was about to say they just turned over the ball.
For to say they did it again, that would have looked good for Ohio State. I listen. The Commanders playing good right now. Even though they did win the last game off hopes and prayers, wishes, thoughts, they prayed to every football god ever existed on that Hail Mary. But they won. So the Giants, to me, defensively are playing good football, but offensively, is like I don't even know what they call that shit. I've seen high school kids play better football than the Giants right now on offense. But it is the Commanders versus Giants, so anything can happen. But I am going to take the Commanders money.
Man, I'm taking the Commanders -4. Man, I mean, I get like I do like the Giants defense a lot. I feel like the defense is really good. The D line's good. They got good pieces in the secondary. Um, my issue whenever I'm talking about the Giants is never on the defense; it's on the offense.
Yeah.
And I mean, like they got Neighbors. I mean, Neighbors is a great talent, man. Like he's shown people why he was a top 5 pick in the draft. Like he's that guy. He's really good. And I mean, like, I mean, they even have another rookie running back, Tim Tracy, who they got out of, I think they got on either out of Vanderbilt or Purdue. And I was telling Giant fans when they got him, I was like, yo, he's a good running back. And he's proven to be, he's pretty good. He's not bad. But at the end of the day, it all goes back to the quarterback and the line. I mean, the Giants line can never stay healthy for long periods of time. And that also hinders the quarterback. And the quarterback has his own issues at times. So it's like we like to say a lot of things like, like two things can be true. And I don't know, like I mean, the first game the Commanders couldn't score a touchdown, and I don't see that happening again. So I just think I just see the Commanders haven't really played their best ball the last couple of weeks, but I just think like JD, like he's going through the little rib thing, and I think as the weeks go on, he'll start getting healthier and healthier. And I mean, I just see the Commanders winning this game.
I think this is gonna be a good game, man. Their games are usually good. Uh, a Washington offense is looks really good with the rookie. They are what they are asking him to do. He's excelling at that. Um, but the Giants, man, that personnel on defense, like I was saying, in the space last night. The Giants can send for and drop 7 and squeeze windows, and that's what you're going to have to do versus Jaden Daniels, man. You can't really play man versus him because of his speed. Like you gotta pretty much play zone. But he does have an arm, and he is very accurate on the run. Exceptionally accurate on the run. So I feel like that's the only way that they're really gonna force them out of what they were doing, what they like to do. And I'm gonna tune into this one. I'm gonna tune into
Hey,
this
sir,
one.
my problem is even if the Giants are able to force Jaden Daniels to make
hmm
mistakes, their offense can't help
Yeah,
him capitalize.
yeah. I mean, well, it's like if you look at Chicago last week, man, like their offense was just as boo boo. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one problem at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like keep the Commanders off the football field. That's number one. And then you just gotta figure
Touchdown
it out,
Ohio
man.
State.
You know what I'm saying? Like Wash. I mean, the Giant. If it comes down to it, the Giants should have about 40 rushing attempts total, maybe 50, depending on Daniel Jones has to use his legs. He has to. He needs to play a lot like Jaden, man. Like, if that first read ain't there, make some shake. I don't know. I don't know how the hell Penn State gave up that touchdown. But
He
anyway, yeah.
was wide open.
They got to keep, yeah, bro. They got to keep the Commanders off the field because if the Commanders score 17 points, I'm not sure the Giants can keep up, and that's crazy.
You said 17. You gave him more than I
Yeah,
did.
yeah. I mean, I've seen Daniel Jones make some shake, man. Like when he use his legs, they can be a formidable opponent, but as of late, like I don't know, man, like he think he Joe Burrow or something. Like he just stand back there and stand back there and stand back there. And then at the last minute he want to take off and it's like, you know, your explosion ain't back just yet. So use your legs early, man. If that first read ain't there, take off.
He tired of getting hit, certified. Shit.
Hey, well, he in the wrong profession. Shit. Uh, Go play tennis, little nigga.
You might need to do that. You might need to take some of your advice and go play tennis.
He
Table
got
tennis.
he got tennis face anyway. He looked like a tennis player.
No. Table tennis at that.
Oh, that too.
I don't trust that nigga to play real tennis. He gonna rip something, tear something. Go ahead, Pop.
Yeah, I think the Giants have to play keep away. If they want to win this game, I think they have to dominate time of possession and actually put up touchdowns to be able to compete because Jaden Daniels has been playing phenomenal ball. And that Commanders defense, in my opinion, has been playing above the standard I think they should be, which is a recipe for a good team, in my opinion, especially with the type of coaching the players are getting. Um, I am going to go with the Commanders in this just because I cannot trust Daniel Jones to make the plays he needs to make at the time he needs to make them. I can't trust him to do that. Neighbors has been playing pretty well. Tracy has been playing really well. To me, he should be running back one for the Giants for the rest of the season because he's been better than Singletary in my opinion. But when it comes to this game, I like the Commanders.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the thing is like I think on the depth chart on ESPN.com they have Tracy as the number one running back. I think he might have stole Devin's job to be honest with you.
Hey, I'm just saying with the way he's been playing, I'm not surprised.
Bro, what kind of lucrative deal did Snoop Dogg come into, bro?
Say what?
Well, I said, what kind of lucrative deal did Snoop Dogg come into?
Oh, that T-Mobile commercial?
Bro, not just that. You know, yesterday they had a live performance on Fortnite. He got him and Ice Spice, and now he has his own like $35 package on Fortnite. Like,
Oh shit.
He everywhere, bro. Snoop is right now everywhere.
He's probably trying to make sure that his only kids is taken care of at this point. I mean,
oh shit, I'm pretty sure they is.
Man, they super taken care of.
I think he's just trying to make sure, like
he making sure great grandkids is taken care of.
This might be the greatest rebranding of all time.
Facts.
Yeah, that's a fact, yeah.
And I ain't mad at it. Not one motherfucking bit. I fucks with Snoop.
Look, is it really a rebrand, or did he just, or was he turning all this shit down for years, and now he just like, you know what?
Nah, I don't think.
No,
you gotta think about you gotta think about like
where he
Snoop
came
in the 90s, early 2000s. That Snoop is not getting this Snoop deals.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, I'll say since he had the little cooking stuff, since he started doing like the cooking deal shit.
I mean, but
yeah, that was a part of the rebrand. That's a part of the being able to appeal to the not just a certain demographic, to be able to appeal to all.
He good black now.
Yeah. I mean, and but you understand where he came from, bro. His one of his most popular songs was "Gin and Juice," bro. Gin and Juice. Think about that for a second. That like he was a main factor in the gangster rap scene. To go from gangster rap to this,
Yeah, that's a rebirth.
I mean, but he started changing his music some years ago. I mean, maybe over a decade, he started making more appealing music. So maybe it was a master plan. Like the ultimate plan was like, look, I'm gonna start changing my music, then I'm gonna change my image, and then I'm gonna start really showing people what Snoop Dogg is.
But I mean,
I
even
mean
global. He's
that
been
Martha
global, but he like overly global now.
that Martha Stewart collab really helped.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What a terrible pass. This nigga still.
That nigga, God, Jesus Christ.
He was open too. If he throws more of a bullet, it's a catch.
Yeah, he threw some lob bullshit.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
so this might be a good one right here. Cowboys versus Falcons. Falcons favored by 3.5. Over under 51.5.
That shit was kind of PR though.
This might be
Man, I can't with all injuries the Cowboys have, I just can't pick the Cowboys. Mike
Is the Cowboys getting anybody back?
I mean, I'm not getting Mike. Like this is Mike's kind of game though, because like Michael would do, what I mean. Like he'd be going against a statue in the pocket because Kirk won't be there. Kirk not going nowhere. Like he's not running out the pocket or nothing. And this would be the perfect game for Mike, and I think Mike could actually wreck this game for the Falcons. But he's not playing, and I just don't know.
Yeah, Micah out, Bland out, and Diggs is questionable.
Yeah, like I just don't know. Like you got to be able to pressure Kirk because you can't let Kirk sit back there and grill steaks and sauteing shrimp back there. You can't do that. He'll kill you, and I think that's what you're going to see because I don't know where the pressure comes from. And to me, this would be a Bijan kind of game for me. I mean, Bijan could dominate and I mean, don't take it for granted. Like Bijan played at Texas, man. Bijan's a Texas kid, bro. And when when you have that kind of situation, a lot of times when you go against a team that like I'm not sure if he's a Cowboys fan or grew up watching the Cowboys, nothing like that. But like that's that's motivation for me, some guys. And so I think Bijan, if they give him the ball enough, if he get the ball 20 times, he'll have a huge game. So I mean, give me the Falcons. I also like the 3.5 though. Like give me them on the money line. Just like what I've been saying, like give me Bijan for a touchdown, and I mean also give me Drake London for a touchdown too. For the Cowboys, I mean CD's the only guy that they really have, so I mean give me CD for a touchdown too.
Listen, if Diggs don't play, Jesus Christ, this game might really get ugly. This might get, but I do like the Falcons. I think I agree with like Mick. Give me Bijan rushing props for this game. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys are struggling to stop the run, and that's kind of what the Falcons should do to this week at their best ability. I think both of the running backs should be able to eat a little bit, and Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson. Give me CD Lamb for anytime touchdown. Give me his receptions. I really don't know. Like, I don't know what this says for the Cowboys. They lose this week because they got a big game to lace they boots back up on for the following week too. So
I think
could be taking them to the cross.
Hey,
I think Dak. Oh my bad. Yeah, I think Dak could hit his yards, and attempts. I got CD on his catches and his yards. More than likely, anytime touchdown. I don't even know about Bijan, man, because it's like Atlanta. They don't do the conventional thing, so I don't even know if they're gonna spearhead with Bijan. They might come out with Kurt. You know what I'm saying? I know regardless. That pass game is starting to heat up a little bit, and I don't think they're going to move away from that just because they're playing Dallas. So I definitely take Kurt yards, and as long as it's like 1.5 or 2 touchdowns, I'll take that.
You telling me Bijan won't have 73 yards, sir?
He should if they give him the ball enough.
He should, man, but
I
it's
think they
like
got to give him enough. Just give it to him 12 times. He averaged like 13 carries. Give it to him 12. They giving it up.
I don't trust Atlanta to stick with it, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you gotta,
Like if
yeah.
Dallas come out and show any type of resistance towards the run, I don't trust Atlanta to stick with it. Especially how Kirk is heating up right now.
You said take that Dak Prescott. I don't know about that one. That's a little too high for me.
What is it?
Is it?
What's his line?
265.
Yards? Oh yeah, he gonna get that.
I don't even trust him.
I think he can get that.
I mean,
He'll definitely be able to spread
anyway.
the ball.
All they do is
and
pass.
Ferguson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna get that.
With who? Who gonna catch the damn ball?
CeeDee Lamb.
CD gonna get spammed.
And I heard like Cook's might be back for this game too, though. I heard.
I don't see him on the props. I ain't see him on the props.
Okay.
Ferguson.
I seen Ferguson and I seen Tolbert.
Yeah.
They got Ferguson at 40 and they got Tolbert at 39 and a half.
I mean, like
265 for me a little. I can't touch it. I'm scared. I don't think they got enough receiving power. I got them at about 230.
Well, I mean, the Falcons aren't necessarily getting a lot of pressure on quarterbacks either, though. I mean, I don't think it's as bad as the Cowboys right now, but I mean, like Judon, they got Judon from the Patriots, and the production hasn't really been there. I mean, honestly, from Judon, and I mean,
this might be his week to show up, man. Both lines looking, suspect.
Maybe.
Well, I think Atlanta is kind of banged up in the secondary right now, but to the point that's been brought up, if the Falcons could stick to the run, because Sir has made a great point that the Falcons don't stick to the run enough in games. And this is a game you should be able to rely on Bijan and Tyler in, because y'all do something well that the Cowboys can't stop, which is running the ball. And if you stick with that, I think the Falcons should be able to dominate in this game. Now, will they? I don't know. But the Cowboys, to me, them not making moves in the offseason is proving to be a failure. You thought the guys you had would be enough to get y'all to where y'all want to be, and it's not. You didn't address the running back position. I think Dalvin Cook finally played last week, and he's been with y'all for what, 3-4 weeks? Like, I don't know what's going on with the Cowboys, but I just think this is a game the Falcons should be able to win, especially with London and Mooney, what they're able to do with Yak. I like the Falcons.
We got Jay Nick up. Patriots versus Titans. Titans favored by 3.5. Over under is 37.5.
I don't know why the Titans is favoring this game, because half their team ain't about to play. Like they done ruled out a bunch of people in this game. So I don't understand the line per se. But yeah, like I'm gonna take my team, like the Patriots, because like I said, like the Titans got a lot of players out. And this is like a draft position kind of game right here, man. Like, because like whoever wins this game is gonna be, I mean, like, whoever loses this game is gonna be like the worst team or have the worst record in the AFC.
They'll be 1 in the 7th. Oh my God.
Or I mean, they'd be 2 and 6 while the Patriots beat.
Will the Titans take a quarterback?
I think they have to. I don't think they have a choice.
Mayonnaise man ain't working out.
No, I mean, well, he's not even playing right now. I mean, like they're playing Mason Rudolph, and Mason Rudolph playing better than him. But yeah, like
I thought he was hurt. I thought that's why Will Levis wasn't playing. He's not hurt.
He's got a shoulder injury, but I think the coach actually likes Mason Rudolph more than he likes Will Levis. Like Mason Rudolph, he don't got to yell at him for making the same boneheaded mistakes all the time. But yeah, like so I mean, like they, so I guess one of their tackles is out. Jarius Sneed is out. Tajay Spear is out. I heard something like Calvin really didn't practice their last practice, so he might not play either. They got a bunch of injuries, man, and I don't know if Drake May's playing because he's in like the concussion protocol. Like I think last time I checked on Thursday, he was in stage 4. They got like 5 stages, so it's possible that he could be cleared to play today. Because I mean, I think today's the day you got to decide whether he can play or not. So I mean, if Drake May plays, like I just don't see how
he can go till tomorrow.
Yeah, well, so if Drake May plays, I think no question we're gonna win. But I mean, even Jacoby showed you what he could do against the Jets. I mean, like if you give him time to throw and like the wide receivers get open, I mean, he can make throws. So give me Patriots money line. Props I like in this game. This is a prop based situation, right? So if Drake May plays, take Demario Douglas's props because he likes to throw to Demario. No matter what the quarterback is, take Hunter Henry's receptions and his yards. Both quarterbacks like to throw him the ball, so it doesn't really matter. Keyshawn Boute's yards have been pretty low.
That's dumb, dog. Why would you do that?
So I would take Keyshawn Boute's yards. I think his yards would be set at around 20 to 24, somewhere in that area. So I would take that too. Those are the props I would take. Stevenson, Mondre, I mean, you can take his props. I mean, the Titans' run defense is kind of tough, so it might be kind of a gamble, but I mean, you never know. So
that's a bonehead play, bro. That's dumb. You make the stop on 3rd and 11, and then you do all that unnecessary bullshit.
Wow.
That's retarded.
Wow.
And then you give up that. Oh, he was out.
How do you not get your foot down? He was wide. The throw wasn't good though, but
that was a horrible
throw. If that's a better throw, man, that's a walking touchdown.
Go ahead, certified.
Oh, that is a bullshit ass flag. All he did was get up.
Now he was talking shit. He pulled his mouthpiece out. He talking shit. He's standing over him. He did too much.
Come on, man. All he did was get up. But oh my god, another busted coverage. Jesus. Oh, I'm behind. And I don't want to watch this shit, man. I don't even want to talk about this shit. Both these scenes are some butt cheeks. But why should be fucking 28 to 31 or some shit like that? I don't even know what type of prop you can take in this game.
Ramondre playing, right?
Yeah, he is.
I'm definitely taking his rushing yards because the Titans can't stop a nosebleed. Yeah, and depending on who the starting quarterback is, you're right, Jamie. It depends on who I can take receiving props, Ross.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like if May's the quarterback, then you have more options. If it's Jacoby, I would only take Hunter Henry.
Yeah, tight end merchant. His scary ass. That nigga, he won't take no chances. Jacoby Brissett's so scary, dog. He's so scary, bro.
There he is.
Bro, that man, I seen that man turn down a wide open pass and took the check down. He was just like, nope, won't throw that pick. Just in case I almost throw the pick. I won't take that risk. Come on, bro.
That's for sure.
Same play 3 weeks later with Drake May. Drake May throw a touchdown. Like, come on.
And I mean, like that's the thing. Is like, so I mean, like, how do you think I feel? Shit, I'm a fan of the team. Should be pissing me off.
Go ahead, Pop.
Yeah, I like the Patriots in this. I don't have too much more to say. This is probably going to be an ugly, good game because both these teams are not that great. So yeah, I'll take the Patriots.
You do dumb shit to fuck up your team. It always happens like that. They end up giving up the touchdown. Dumb it. It's just dumb. It's dumb. You made the stop. Get the hell off the field. Let them punt that mug. Let's move on. Yeah. All right, we got Bears versus Cardinals. Cardinals favored by 2. Over under is 44.5.
And this is why I was picking the Buckeyes to win this game. I just don't trust Penn State at all.
Yeah, that was dumb, bro. You had to stop. Like it was 4th and 5. Like why even do all that standing over him shit?
This is my upset special of the week, man. Give me the Bears, man. Like I think the way they lost that game, like it's only two things can happen when you lose a game like that for your season. It's either gonna break you or it's gonna make you. And I'm betting on the fact that it's gonna make them actually play better this week. And I get it, the Cardinals have been playing really well. But the Bears defense is good, man. They in my estimation, I think they got a top 10 defense in the league that is really played well. It's just Caleb. Caleb is kind of some games Caleb plays good, some games he doesn't. They kind of need some more consistency from Caleb. So yeah, that and I mean Swift has been playing really well like the last month of the season. Like he's really been running it well. He's been catching the ball at the backfield pretty well. He's been pretty good because the first month he was like dog shit. He wasn't good. So he's turned it around. I mean, like they just need to get some out of Roma Dunze. Like to draft a kid top 10, and I get it. It's a crowded wide receiver room. With Keenan Allen and DJ Moore and him, but you got to give me more than what he's giving me. Like he really hasn't given them much. And so yeah, those are the reasons. But the one thing I will say about the Cardinals is, like I said, Collard's playing really well right now. James Conner's playing well. I mean, Marvin Harrison's kind of spotty. Like some some games is good, some games is not. So it's kind of, I mean, but I mean, the main thing in the Cardinals passing game is McBride. I mean, McBride. I mean, you can essentially call him a top 5 tight end right now. Like that. That's just how good he's been. So, but yeah. I mean, I'm going to go with the Bears money line. I've got faith that they're gonna and rebound off that horrible loss that they took last week. And try to pull this one out.
I think to me, like the whole wide receiver room to me kind of underwhelming right now, just for the Bears. Like just being like really honest, like DJ Moore got 340 yards, Roma Dunze 287, Keenan Allen 161. I know Keenan Allen missed some games and stuff too. It's just like to me, like Caleb is figuring it out, and then he'll figure it out this game, and then next game he just like trying to figure it out again. It's just like inconsistencies as a rookie.
Yeah.
But Swift has played well down the stretch. I think Caleb, I think last week he had a pretty rough game. Kyler been kind of good though. Kyler been on the cooker. He been getting a little better week in and week out. But I'm kind of riding with Mick because I kind of wanted this to be the upset of the week for me too. I really feel like the Bears could pull this out with how good the defense been playing. If Caleb can just give him a little bit more consistent play at the quarterback position, and if Swift continues to play how he's been playing, I think it comes down to it. I mean, I'm looking at ESPN. They actually got an option on the spread for the Cardinals at 1. So it looked like they about to favor the 1-point spread. And that tells you what they believe about the game. It could go either way. So I'm gonna take the Bears money line.
I don't know about this one, man. If we line it up, I would say Chicago should be the favorite. But the Cardinals, man, listen, man. You gotta bring your pads, bro. Like they don't lay down, they don't quit. It's 60 minutes, man. Like their whole objective is to punch on your ass. And Chicago had a big letdown last week. I want to see how they bounce back. I honestly really don't see why the Cardinals are favored, but I think this is gonna be a good game, regardless. Kyler Murray, man, I'll definitely take his rushing yards. He gonna get those. And, Trey McBride, he's gonna get a good share of the targets. Um, on the other side, man, I agree with Smitty, man. I need more consistent play from um Caleb Williams, not just him, but also the offensive coordinator, man, making adjustments in the second half. I'm just not seeing it consistently. Last week they looked awful. Last week, man. I understand. Jaden Daniels didn't look that good either, but we talking about Chicago. The Chicago looked like dog shit last week on offense, man. I want to watch this game though. I'm intrigued by this. This could go either way, and I think we're going to see what Chicago. I mean, right now the Cardinals are first in the division. Um, I don't think that's going to keep up, but Chicago, man, they were pegged to be a playoff contender, and they have to beat Arizona. Um, if that's the case. I mean they don't have to, but I'm what I'm saying, show some resolve, man. Like bounce back and punch back, go down to Arizona and win that game, for themselves and for me, bitch. Cause yeah,
Nah, but I think you're all kind of right. I think you get to a point they do have to win though, because
yeah,
the Lions got 6 wins, the Packers got 6 wins, and the Vikings got 5. I mean, you
yeah,
must rather lose this game. I mean, you're not going to win the division, that's for sure.
and not just for the standings, Mick, for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to sit at the big boy table, this is where you show that muscle right here. You know what I'm saying? Go down there and do what you need to do.
Yeah, I
He
agree. I think
said, "Get the
especially
win for me too, bitch."
I think especially after like losing on that type of Hail Mary play the Bears did,
Yeah,
when you seem to like be in control that fourth quarter, I think that was a tough loss, and I think this is one they're gonna come in focused and energized for. Um, I do think the production for the wide receivers to me is not where I thought it would be, but I do like the Caleb Williams growth over these games. So I like the Bears. I like the Bears to win. Um, I will take the over as well.
So we got damn. Oh, that
That
shit got overturned. Damn it.
that got to be one of the worst route combinations I've ever seen in my life. How you have 2 guys running to each other, and that's where the quarterback throw the ball? What kind of shit is that? What the fuck are they doing?
Oh man, that's crazy. 44 is supposed to get open.
Yeah,
He
but I
just
don't.
did a he just did a little too much.
Well, it was really number 5. 5 got bullied by the corner. He got bullied. Man, see, this is why I picked Penn State to win this game.
Same reason. Jaguars versus Eagles. Eagles favored by 7.5. Over under is 45.5. I'm low key. I don't know. I we should win by 7.5. Like, 'cause they don't have any offense up right now. Like, no Brian Thomas Jr. No Christian Kirk. Uh, isn't somebody else like questionable on their offense too as a receiver?
Brian Thomas Jr.
No, I thought Brian was out.
Nah, so early in the week, the coach called him week to week, and then they changed it like Wednesday, Thursday, day to day. So I mean him and ETN are game time decisions. So I mean that could go either way. I mean I don't even know. And then like
Gabe, it's Gabe Davis. Gabe
oh,
Davis is questionable.
okay. So I mean Gabe probably gonna play though. I mean, but that and they traded Cam Robinson in the middle of the week. That was their left tackle. So I don't. I mean, I don't know. I just don't see it. Like I don't see how the Jaguars win the game at all. And I think the Eagles are starting to catch their offensive stride. They're I mean, they're giving the ball to Saquon enough where I mean he's making a difference in the game. I mean, AJ's eating, Smitty's eating. I mean, the only guy you're missing is your tight end. Is he supposed to come back this week or next week?
I ain't missing him.
I mean, yeah, I mean you're not missing him, but I mean if you can get him back, then great. I mean, get him back.
Yeah,
But
but Grant Calcaterra right now, and listen, I'm having this battle with my fans right now. Right now, Grant Calcaterra is better in the passing game than Dallas Goedert.
see, I disagree. I just think Dallas wasn't getting the ball enough.
Listen, passing game. Now, overall player, no. Passing game. He's doing the small things that you need your tight end to do that Dallas never has really done. I mean, and then he always hurt. I mean, Dallas Goedert been hurt 4 games every year for the last 4 years. He's missed 16 games in 4 years.
I mean, he has, but like those aren't a lot of his injuries. Like besides this past one, haven't been like soft tissue. Like what, like last year in the Dallas game, like did he get like fracture his arm or some shit like that?
Yeah, stiff arm will put him in the arm bar. Yeah. Then the year before that, he had the shoulder in the Commanders game. I think the year before that, it was an ankle. Yeah, he missed 4 games a year. I mean, I be talking about it all the time. Like, JB, I'm like, hey, I'm kind of prepared for Dallas Goedert to miss 4 games.
I mean, he definitely misses games. I mean, it's just a physical game. I mean, there's no excuse for it, but I guess it is what it is. Personally, like if I was you, I'd rather have him on the field than not. I mean, because he, I mean, like the defense. I mean, I'm not saying that they're confident like they do Saquon or AJ or Smitty, but you still gotta understand that. I mean, he could, like against the Saints, like he put up almost 200 yards. Like he has that capability to change the game. So you always gotta be aware of that. That's what I'm saying. If he's on the field, then they gotta account for that.
Understandable. I like what Grant brings to the game, though. Grant. You know what I'm saying? He sits down in zones. He finds the ways to just be an option for Jalen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if it's. I can't. I'm not in the room, right? J Mix. I can't say if that's how they teaching Dallas Goedert to run it, but he just not making himself available. Like when it's an all-out blitz, like you the first line of defense, like as far as offense. So you should easily get your eyes back to the quarterback, let him see your jersey, find the open spot in the blitz, and he hasn't done that in a while. I've been having that kind of argument, like he don't get his head back. Like you see the coverage. You've been playing the league for a long time. You see coverage. When your man takes off running towards the quarterback, the first thing you should do is find the quarterback's eyes, let him know you're open. Like that's just what you should do. I don't give a damn what the route is. And Grant been doing that. And that's how Grant got a lot of his big gainers is just getting open in the moments where teams call blitzes or when the pass coverage them broke down and it's time to get out. Like it was a play last week where he was like a complete blocker, J Mick, and he blocking for a good second. Jalen can't find nothing open. He's just like, all right, I'm tired of blocking. I'm finna get out and give Jalen an option. He go for like 17. It's like small shit like that. You know what I mean? That's why I say in the passing game, I like what Dallas Goedert has been offering more than what Dallas was offering, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and I see you guys rolling. So,
I think this should be a good game, man. Both teams are fairly healthy for the most part. The Eagles are, this is probably the healthiest they've been since training camp. I think that Jacksonville definitely needs this game more than Philly, um, especially with who was that? Houston sliding last night. Jacksonville can like close the gap a little bit because I think it's a 2-man race at this point. With I think we can put a nail. And oh, I don't know, I gotta see how Flacco look. But right now it's looking like a 2-man race, and Jacksonville gotta shoulda get off the pot, yo. You know, same thing with Miami. Like at some point, we just got to push through and just get that shit done. And they definitely had to. I know they got some folks out on the defense, and they offensive line ain't that healthy. But you gotta show some resolve, man. Like they need this game. I know it's a out of conference game, but you got to keep pace with the Texans, especially with them losing. Uh, my only problem with the Jaguars is I don't know what they're gonna stick to. They gonna stick with the run, or they gonna lean on Trevor. That offense scares me because I just feel like it's so unpredictable. They got the ability and the talent to get it done, but as far as the props, I'm not sure who it's gonna be. With that said, I can kind of say the same thing about the Eagles. Because well, not really. I think Saquon. Well, yeah, I can. You know, are they gonna stick with Saquon or are they gonna fuck with AJ? Regardless, AJ gonna get his. That's just like a given. Like the sun gonna come up tomorrow. So I definitely take his anytime touchdown. Um, Dallas Goedert is out, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I probably look at Saquon, his receptions as well. What's his reception yards? You got that up, Smitty?
Give me a second. I'll pull it up.
And I mean this gonna be a tough one for Jacksonville because that Eagles defense is starting to pick up a little bit. They starting to gel a little bit, and they just gotta be ready, man, because this shit has the capability of getting ugly early.
You said
And
Saquon, receiving
yeah,
yards, 13
yeah,
and a half.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And what they got them at, like 3 or 4 receptions?
Receptions, 2.5.
Okay, so 3. Yeah, 3 receptions, 13. I like that. AJ Brown anytime touchdown. ETN should get his attempts. I'm not sure. Them fat boys in the middle, man, they playing pretty good football right now. So we'll see. But the Eagles should cover, but I 7.5. I don't know.
How did you let him, bruh? Penn State, bruh. Y'all some bobbleheads, bruh, for real. Y'all stink. Y'all stink. Go ahead, Pop. They just stink.
Yeah, I think this is a game the Eagles should win. Hopefully Hurts doesn't snipe Saquon's touchdowns. There's that. Yeah, no, I think this is a game y'all should win. To me, I just can't trust the Jaguars to be consistent enough on offense to be able to take a to be able to do anything, you know, competitively. There, I don't know if Brian Thomas is gonna play because I've been seeing he's questionable. It might be a game time decision, and I think that would be a huge loss because he's been playing pretty well for him. Tank Bigsby has been playing really well for him as well. Um, yeah, I just honestly I think this is a game the Eagles should be able to win. Um, but if the Jaguars want to keep pace in their division, they're gonna have to figure out a way to upset.
This got to be like one of the worst games for the Jaguars, boy. To try to figure it out, it's gonna be tough because they got a lot of pieces missing. I just don't know how you do it without your starting left tackle.
But I mean, my question is, what are they keeping pace with? These niggas is 2-6. I mean, they 2-6. The Colts is 4-4, and the Texans is 6-3. Even if they win the game, they still 3 games behind the Texans.
You still gotta keep pace, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like keep yourself in the race at least, and maybe you have a chance at the finish line. But These unfortunately, it's come down to this, and they gotta win this game.
Man,
But
I'm so
even winning this game, they still 3 games back. So
Right.
they still
that's
in
what,
a they still in a bad race.
that's what I'm saying. Even if they win the game, they still 3-6, while the Texas is 6-3. I think the fork has been, and I think the GM has told you the fork is in them because, like I said, they traded Cam Robinson early in the week. Starting left, you don't just trade a starting tackle in this league if you think you got a chance to turn it around. So obviously, he's telling you that he don't think they can turn it around.
Man, Penn
Touchdown.
State ain't
Oh no!
Penn State ain't serious,
No!
though.
Nah, I think
Did
he
it?
crossed the line first, though. I
I
think.
gotta see the replay. I didn't see the replay. Yeah, I gotta see the replay. It looked like he fumbled, boy. That'd be nasty. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Penn
just don't
State is
know, bro.
so unserious.
And if BTJ don't play, I just don't know. Oh no! No! Touchback!
Yeah,
Touchback!
that's a tough
Penn
one.
State ball! Penn State ball!
Oh, so I got breaking news. Drake May has been cleared out of the protocol, so he will be playing tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, that is definitely a touchback. Yo, that's
Yeah, that's touchback.
Yeah,
Touchback. Will Howard with the wobble.
but I don't think that was his fault. Like that looked like that was a defender though.
It was good defense, but I'm just saying, like he hit it hit off his thigh and everything. Like it would have went out of bounds, and he bobbled that way right off his thigh. This shit crazy.
Then my shit froze up.
All right, we got Lions versus Packers. Lions favored by 2.5. Over under is 48.5.
Is Jordan Love playing?
Yeah, I seen a report earlier today that he's expected to play.
Okay. I don't know about this one, man. I saw some video of him this week, and that growing. I don't know, man. I get it, the importance of this game. Detroit is first in the division. They trying to keep pace. But with that said, man, if he if if he makes that groin injury worse, that might be your season, bro.
But if I'm staff, I would tell him not to run as much though. I mean, you could not. You don't got to be run all over the place.
True. But this a game. This should be a good game. I'm definitely going to tune into this one, because Detroit can put some distance between them and Green Bay. But as far as the props, man, I think that they are going to lean on Josh Jacobs real heavy. Detroit can be had in the run game. That defense is not that good, man. You gotta keep them off the field. And I think that Green Bay has the offensive line and the running back to do that. So I definitely like Josh Jacobs props. I look at all his props, and then on the other side, same thing. Gibbs and Demo, they should go off. Jared Goff and what's my man St. Brown? They already locked in. I don't know what his yards are going to be, but he gets a lot of targets. So I look at St. Brown's catches for sure. But Detroit should pull this out, man. They should. What's that, 2.5? Yeah, I think they can get that. I think they can cover that.
Hey, Penn State defense doing everything they can to keep this team.
But I mean, like, this is the story of Penn State, man. The defense does enough. The offense can't do shit.
Yeah, the offense never matches the defense.
The offense, I mean, if it wasn't for that pick six, man, this game would be kind of ugly, to be honest. You know, I mean, the pick six and
the fumble.
Oh yeah,
and the fumble.
This game ugly.
So you seen the fumble?
Yeah, I saw that shit. They was lucky it didn't go out of bounds before it crossed the pie.
That's what I said. If he didn't high lift his thigh, it might have went out of bounds. But
Penn State got to take advantage, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like you at some point in time, you got to take advantage of the gifts. You know, No, you got to do something.
Yeah. So speaking on this, this for me the game of the week, man. Like, I mean, you got 2 6-win teams coming to this game. The Lions got a real opportunity here to get some separation, not just from them, but like if the Bears end up losing to the Cardinals and then somehow the Colts end up beating the Vikings, man, the Lions could build a little bit of a separation between them and their divisional foes here. I mean, the one thing for me with the Lions is that J-Mo is a big loss, though. Like J-Mo gives their offense a different dimension that when he's not playing, that they don't, I mean, like they don't have that deep threat. Like, I mean, they got other guys that could stretch the field, but not like J-Mo. I mean, J-Mo's speed is special. But saying all that, like I do think the Lions are going to win. I'm not going to take them the 2.5 though. I'm going to take them on the money line. And I think the biggest factor for me is I think both of these teams' key to success in this game is running the ball. We already know that with the Lions. I mean, like the Lions are going to run the ball with Montgomery and Gibbs. We already know that. And the Packers will do the same.
Who would have been on that last week? Jared Goff would have had under 100 yards,
but also have 3 touchdowns. So I mean, but that's just that's football in nutshell. I mean, sometimes.
Well, hey, appreciate you, Mitt. You did give me a hit though. I did take both of them running backs for any times.
Yeah, I mean. And I mean, I can see that happen. Well, not both of them this week. I think you got to pick one. I mean, I'd probably pick Montgomery because Montgomery gets the goal line carries most of the time. But yeah, like this game gonna come down to who runs the ball better. Because both of these teams have pretty good secondaries. I mean, the Packers defense has been pretty well. Like they will turn you over. I mean, it's funny because both these teams have safeties that will turn you over. Branch will make amazing plays and turn you over. And then like McKinney for the Packers, I think he's had an interception almost every game this season except for one. So I mean, these are 2 teams with safeties that will get turnovers on you if you give them the opportunity. They will catch the ball. So yeah, I mean, like I said, like give me Lions money line. Anytime touchdowns. I actually like Laporta for another one this week. He scored one last week. I think with J-Mo being out, I mean, like they have to utilize him more. Like him for a touchdown. I like Montgomery for a touchdown. On the Packers side, Reed, I like Reed to get back on track. So give me him for a touchdown. And give me the Packers running back for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, J-Mo is suspended. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen a motherfucker suspended for 2 games before.
It was PDs, I believe.
PEDs.
Yeah, but first offense,
I thought it started at 4.
But it's his first offense for that.
Come, bro. This man here is Rudy Poo.
Well, I mean, and the crazy thing was, I talked Drew Allar up to be a first-round pick. That should not happen no more. Another game
he's going out the window. What's good, Cat? What's good, Amber Slim? What's good, Simp? What's happening with y'all?
But yeah, I think this is one of the games I'll be looking forward to. I think this will be a really good game. I think both these teams do what the other does well. Like they both have a good passing game. They both have a good run game. I think the Lions have a better O-line, but the defensive side of the ball for the Packers has been a really solid unit, especially that secondary position. Like this is going to be a very competitive matchup. I like the over on the points because I do believe you could get a 27-24, maybe even 30-27 type game. So I'll go the over on the points. Love has a groin injury, and I think that's the only thing that's kind of slightly taking me away from picking the Packers. So yeah, I'll slightly lean Lions, but I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if the Packers are able to pull this game out because I don't think it's as unbalanced as people will think. I think these are 2 really good competitive teams. And this is the fight to who's going to be number 1 in the division as well. So we'll see.
I think this is going to be a battle, boy. I'm kind of sad. I ain't going to get to watch it.
And why aren't you going to watch it?
I'll play at the same time.
Man, I mean, I have both them bitches on, man. Game of the week right here, man.
Yeah. Not going to happen. I can't do it. I'm not going to – listen. I'm gonna be honest to God truth with you, Mick. I've done it before where like I have it on my computer and I'll be playing one game on the computer and I'll play my game on the TV. And eventually I end up in the middle of the floor standing up watching my game and totally forget about the game on the computer.
And a BT Slim, like I will keep mentioning that. I mean, you know, I'll be like McKinney's picks. Until that nigga stop getting picks, you will hear me every week saying that stat every week. So I mean, I'm not sure what to tell you, man.
They need to let us take defenders for a pick.
Yeah.
He'll be a lock like almost like CMC was for the anytime touchdown and Derrick Henry being for the anytime touchdown.
But I want to say on DraftKings they do have that prop where you can say a defensive player is going to get an interception. I think they have that prop on DraftKings.
Ooh, Penn State doing everything they can defensively to keep the team.
I think on Prize Picks you could take interceptions as well.
Yeah,
like
I think so.
When they added the Prize Picks.
That's been a thing.
I've seen sacks. I've never seen interceptions.
I thought they did though.
Yeah.
I thought you could take quarterbacks for interceptions. I've never seen where I could take a defender. I could be wrong though. Could have just missed it. Could definitely be wrong. Well, hey man, take that McKinney pick every week. Sure. 0.5 every week. So what we got now? Rams versus Seahawks. Rams minus 1.5. Over under is 48.5. Seahawks ain't playing good football, y'all. Oh, just saying.
They put up 30 on the Falcons.
Oh, they did put up.
Yeah.
But that was like some weeks ago though. Didn't they just get blown out by the Bills?
Yeah, I mean, but that was a while ago, man. The Falcons was still trying to that Kurt looked different than that game. That ACL looked like it done loosen up. I mean that Achilles looked like it done loosen up a little bit. Like Kurt is he navigating around that pocket real good. I don't know, man. Like Atlanta is trending up and Seattle is trending down. This shit could get ugly, yo. I mean, not Atlanta, but the Rams. But Puka is out, so and DK out too. But I've seen the Rams offense operate without Puka. I don't know if Seattle can operate without DK.
Give me Cooper Cup everything then. Give me Cooper Cup receptions, Cooper Cup receiver yards, Cooper Cup anytime.
Definitely Matthew Stafford's attempts, without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, Puka possibly not playing, man. I don't know though.
And the Rams typically have that way with the Seahawks for whatever reason. But DK being out with that offense already looking shaky, sometimes they hot, sometimes they cold, and that Mike, I don't know if he don't have his pieces, but that defense isn't looking like I expected it to. So, yeah. Fuck the Seahawks.
I felt it. Look, I knew it was some personal energy in there. I knew it was.
and he said that with his chest.
Yeah. No, I think I don't know, man. Like, just give me Cooper Cup everything. Receptions, targets, receiving yards, and touchdowns. Because Matthew Stafford is a spam artist. Puka don't play, he gonna hit Cooper Cup on every other pass attempt.
But I mean, my question about Stafford, right? In that last game, like when he kept throwing the ball to Puka, why can't he throw the ball to both wide receivers in the same game? Like, why he got to focus in on one guy and that's it?
I have no idea.
That shit that boggles my mind.
He's always been like that too. Like, he find his guy. He finna 1,000 times. He can just go throw that so much. Hello? What? God, what you got going on, good sister? Catherine, you're playing. I do have the jersey though. I'm gonna wear that versus y'all. That's what I'm gonna wear. That's what I'm gonna wear, the Cougar Jean jersey. When we play the Commanders. It's worth wearing that month. You know what's funny though, J Mix? She tried to like expose me for having a Cooper DeJean jersey. That's kind of wild.
I mean, not like he sucks.
I mean, people don't usually buy the white cornerback. I didn't buy it though. Podcast bought it. Podcast family bought it. So my chest gonna be caved in. What? Because I'm gonna be screaming so loud after we win? I know. We're gonna take the division back by force. You understand me? You understand me? Nobody else want to beat y'all. We're gonna beat y'all. Trust me. All I needed was them to bat the ball down. I'd be in first place right now. But you can't trust the Chicago Bears to do shit. You can't trust the motherfuckers to do a damn thing. Couldn't even trust them to take the number 1 pick. They almost thought about it too damn long and didn't want to take Caleb Williams. Pop, you went already? No, I think Pop didn't go. Right?
Nah, but I do agree with Sir. I think the Rams are really starting to heat up now that they're getting most of their players back off injury. To me, Puka being out is not that big of a deal for the Rams with the way they have these guys just be able to produce, like Whittington, who I think is a rookie for them this year, to DeMarcus Robinson. So, like, I don't really worry about the Rams offense when they have a player like that out. However, I don't think I've seen the Seahawks offense without DK. And now you're going to be relying on JSN to get a bigger target share in this game. And I don't know what that's going to look like for them. I'm going to take the Rams because, like I said, I just think they're trending up, and the Seahawks are still dealing with injuries in their secondary, I believe. So, yeah, I like the Rams. And I will take the over on everything Cup because Stafford is going to spam him all game. So I'll take the over. And Kyron as well. Kyron's been playing really well.
Oh, yeah, Kyron has been playing well.
Man, you can hit Kyron on anytime touchdown, man. Yeah, that's an automatic.
Hey, Slim, look, I just understand you can't send a grown man to, send a child to handle grown man business. But we're going to handle that grown man business for you. Don't worry about it.
They really went for that, and they didn't make it.
Dummies. He should have kept it. Bad pull. He play action that RPO. He did not read well. Jesus Christ, they crashed. You keep the ball if they crash.
Oh no, actually they made it. Actually, somehow
they giving it to him.
Yeah, I think so.
What?
Yeah. He made it barely, but I mean,
it looks short.
Yeah, I mean, but you're not wrong. I mean, Drew Larson should have kept the ball, man. I mean, if he keeps the ball, that's like 15, 20 yards.
That was a bad read. He supposed to come up out of there.
On this game, I like the Rams. I mean, whenever like bettors know, like whenever you have a line that's -2 or lower, you're pretty much talking about a pick 'em. I mean, for the most part. So I like the Rams in this game.
Is that my computer? Did my computer do some crazy?
Yo, I thought I was tripping.
Bro, so I'm like, am I tripping?
Nah. So shit was fun. I was talking, and all of a sudden I got kicked. Like, really kicked out of fucking stream yard. I was like, what the hell happened?
Oh, he kept it that time, Mick. He kept it that time.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, like give me the Seahawks. I don't love the Seahawks defense. Give me the Rams. My bad. Like I don't like the Rams defense. And with DK not playing, like I just don't see how it happens. Props I like. I mean, I've been saying it for weeks, man. I mean, give me Kyron Williams anytime touchdown. This boy score. It feel like he score every week. Um, so give me him for a touchdown. Give me Cooper Cup for a touchdown. On the Seahawks side, give me JSN for a touchdown. And I'm kind of wavering on the running back for the Seahawks. So as of right now, I'm not gonna say give me him for anytime touchdown. Um, give me Stafford for a pick though. I mean, he's definitely good for that pick. I mean he gonna throw you in and you just gotta catch it.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
He really caught that. But yeah, and I mean, also give me JSN's yards and receptions too. And like Pop and everybody else said, man, I mean, give me Cooper Cup for his reception and his yards because he's gonna get spammed.
Super spin.
It's a hell of
All
a
right.
catch though.
Yeah, that's a hell of a catch. We got Colts versus Vikings. Vikings favored by 5.5. Over under is 46.5. This is the Sunday night football game. It was supposed to be us, but I don't know.
I mean, no one trying to. I mean, like what I mean, like props up to Spody and all that.
Touchdown.
But I mean, like, ain't nobody trying to watch the Jaguars.
Oh, he dropped it?
Yeah, he did. I mean, no one's. I mean, like, you think about Spody's. I mean, Spody's my dog, but nobody trying to watch the Jaguars right now in prime time. I'm just like no one's trying to watch the Patriots in prime time. Nobody trying to watch the Titans. I mean, teams like that, you just not trying to watch in prime time.
Or was that a pick?
Did he pick that? That foot is
Oh,
that's a pick.
wow. You got muscle like that?
No, that's a pick. Because watch, he caught it there. Then the other foot comes down. He got the ball. That's a pick. That's a pick. That is a pick.
The offense is blowing red for the defense right now, man. But look, I just don't think I don't know if the Colts are even gonna be like, I don't know. That's a pick.
Yeah, that's definitely a pick.
I'll say this about the Colts: when Flacco has played, that offense has performed better. Like those weapons that they have, they've performed better. Because he's a veteran quarterback who knows the system and is able to make those plays. I still think the Vikings are going to win, but I think it will be a lot more competitive than if AR was starting for the Colts. I like the Vikings. I'll take Jetta's anything. I'll take Jetta's because I think he'll hit. I'll take Addison's receiving yards in this as well. On the Colts side, I like Downs and Pierce. I think they'll have some pretty good games. But, I think this is a game the Vikings are going to be able to dominate, especially with how Flores can have that defense cooking. And coming off of that disappointing loss to the Rams, yeah, I think the Vikings are going to come in and dominate.
Yeah, they
He
call
took
that a
that.
pick. They call that.
I
Pick.
I like backup Flacco, man. Like backup Flacco be balling, yo. And I got a feeling they gonna shock them, man. I don't know why. I just do. I see Flacco attacking that blitz, man. Real simple. I mean, now on the flip side, it all depends on how Flores is disguising his blitz, because Flacco. I mean, he is a veteran, man. I hear the jokes and shit like that, but he's more than capable of flaming the fucking Vikings, especially if he can recognize and pick up the blitz and throw on where the blitz is coming from. Uh, the Jonathan Teller is back. Hopefully, he can play the entire game. But as far as the props, I know they're gonna lean on Teller. JJ gonna get his yards, man. I know. It's gonna look scary the first half, and then he gonna get his totals in the second half. Uh, if somebody throwing a pick, it's probably gonna be Sam Darnold. He's starting to cool off a little bit. But they do get Hawkinson back, So he hasn't played all year, but he's been practicing for like 3 weeks. So um, I don't know, man. Maybe that's the spark he needs to get back to where he was like the first, well, 4 or 5 games of the season or whatever. But 5.5, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, backup Flacco scares me. And Jonathan Taylor coming back with some fresh legs, it's possible.
Um, my issue with this game is when you look at the matchups. Like I know Joe Flacco still got the arm; he's good. But the issue is to me, he's like Kirk Cousins, man. Like he's a statue in that pocket, man. He's not really move. I mean, he has the capability to kind of scramble a little bit here and there, but I mean, he's not that mobile. So, and then when you add that together with a Flores game plan, he's gonna blitz you. And he's gonna get, what I mean, like if the offensive line can't block it up, I mean, he's a sitting duck. And I just don't love that. Also, I don't love the Colts secondary. Like, I don't know how they're gonna be able to cover Addison and Jettis and Hawkinson. Probably going. They haven't said it yet, but I can't imagine he's gonna be playing every play, man. He hasn't. I mean, he hasn't played over a year, so I would ease him back into the game plan. And I didn't even talk about Aaron Jones yet. I mean, I just think that the Vikings have too many weapons that the Colts have to account for. And the start of the season, the Colts defense was god awful. It's definitely gotten better since then. I mean, it's starting to improve week to week. But I just don't love the matchups when it comes to the Colts defense going against that Vikings offense. And I said earlier with the Jaguars traded Cam Robinson to the Vikings because Darisaw had a season-ending knee injury at the end of the first half in their last game. So they replaced him with Cam Robinson, who's not. I mean, he's not Darisaw, but I mean, he's good enough to get you by throughout the rest of the season. So yeah, like that's just how I see the game going. The 5.5 is kind of tough. I mean, I'm more like the Vikings at a -4 or maybe even a -3. Like that's what I like them at. The 5.5 just guarantees that you got to pretty much win by a touchdown. I mean that NFL is a game like this that I think is going to be close. I mean that might be tough. Props I like an anytime touchdown by Jonathan Taylor. I mean I like Jettis to score. And in the limited snaps, I think Hawkinson is going to get. I also like Hawkinson to score as well. Give me Jettis reception and his yards. I mean, and you can pretty much book that on a week in, week out basis, pretty much. And then wide receivers for the Colts. I like Josh Downs yards. And I like Michael Pittman's receptions.
Pop win already, right? Yeah, right. All right, we got Buccaneers versus Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 8.5. The over under is 45.5. How do the Buccaneers compete with no receiver help? Jesus Christ.
I don't think the receivers is the worst part for them. I think it's their secondary going to do them in.
Oh, they still got Winfield out and all that stuff too?
Nah, Winfield's in there. The secondary still stinks.
Oh, damn.
I mean, Winfield helping a little bit, but man, like they are giving it up week in and week out.
I don't know, boy. It's a lot of injured teams out here, and then it don't help when the other half ain't really able to play complementary. I got the Chiefs winning another one, man. They continue to streak this week. Give me the Chiefs. Give me DeAndre Hopkins anytime touchdown this week. He should be able to catch.
Yeah, I just think when you play the Chiefs, man, like you got to have somewhat of a good defense. And I mean the Buccaneers were like Vita Vea, like they can stop the run for the most part. So I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about their secondary, man, because like everybody lately that's been playing their secondary has been lighting their secondary up. And for you to beat the Chiefs, like you're gonna have to be able to cover Kelsey, you're gonna have to be able to cover DeAndre Hopkins. You know what I mean? Like they have like, secondary and like, third and fourth, wide receivers and tight ends like, Watson and a couple other guys. I think the only way the Bucs win this game is they got to be able to turn Patrick Mahomes over, and then also on third downs, you got to See, what I've noticed over the last couple weeks, like Patrick Mahomes, they'll get in these third and longs, and then he'll start running around playing, backyard football, and he just be making plays either with his feet or his arm. And if you want to have any chance of beating them, you got to get them off the field on third down. Like you can't let them convert. And I just don't know if the Buccaneers have enough in their secondary to do that. The 8.5 is kind of a stretch because most of these Chief games be pretty close for the most part. So I don't know about the Chiefs minus 8.5. I probably more roll with the Buccaneers plus 8.5. Like I think this is like a 4 to 7 point game. I mean, because the Buccaneers can score now. That's the one thing, Baker. If Baker doesn't turn over the ball, like they can definitely score. Give me Kareem Hunt for anytime touchdown. I actually agree with Smitty. Like I think this is the game that Hopkins gets into the end zone for them. And then on the Buck side, for touchdowns, I like Bucky Irvin for a touchdown. Maybe Bucky and maybe Cotton. They're tight end for a touchdown. Those are the two guys on their side. I don't really trust their wide receivers yet because they're all still young. So I got to give them more time.
Hot certified.
I be trying to. Can you? Oh, there it is. Um, the Chiefs might smoke these niggas, man. This at home. Godwin and Buddy, Mike Evans is out. Oden did go off a little bit last week, and White did too. But White ain't about to go off against Chris Jones and them boys, man. And then they just picked up Buddy from the Patriots and shit. I don't know how much gas he got in the tank. He went off last year, so I don't know if that was some what hit wonder type shit, but you know. Adding talent never hurts, man. Even if he's just a rotational piece, you know what I'm saying? Charleston Minihue is close to coming back. Um, I just don't see this game being competitive at all. I'm not sure what the fuck the Bucks can do to make this a game. I'm pretty sure Patty is probably going to be on some Kobe shit with the Celtics, losing to them in the finals. They beat his ass pretty good in 2020. Um, yeah, this gonna get ugly, dog. This shit gonna get ugly. Pat might this might be a bounce back game for him.
Yeah, I agree. I think having Godwin and Evans out, that's not a recipe for success against this Chiefs team who, while offensively, I don't think hasn't been playing the best, but defensively, they've been pretty solid. That defense, the performance that defense has had has honestly won them games. Yeah, I think the Chiefs should be able to handily win this. Um, I'll say one prop that has been hidden has been Mahomes interceptions. He at least has one a game. So this might be another week. So if y'all want to take that risk, I'll take one interception for Pat. But yeah, this one get nasty. I think eventually like they gonna I think Kelsey, D Hop, they gonna go crazy on the Buccaneers because that secondary some shit. So they'll be able to take advantage of that.
So the last game for the day, I know how he is about the Thursday night football game, but we got Bengals versus Ravens. Ravens favored by 6. The over under is 49.5. This is probably the highest over under we've had in the Thursday night game. Shit,
And it probably can get worse too because if the Bengals, well, I think the Bengals got a bye week this week, right?
I didn't see him on the slate.
After the Bengals game, I think they're going by after this game.
Actually,
Thursday night football.
The Raiders this week, actually.
Yeah, they playing the Raiders.
Yeah. I mean, this spread could get worse. I mean, if the Raiders, if the Ravens blow out the Broncos and the Bengals struggle against the Raiders, this could be I mean, spread could grow. I mean, bigger than -6. Um, so I mean, I'd have to go with the Ravens. Like maybe if the game was in Cincinnati, I give them more chance. But but I mean, honestly speaking, both these defenses ain't really good. So this might be a shootout. And I think that's why they got the line at 49.5 because Joe Burrow been playing crazy good. And the Ravens secondary is not good, and then the Bengals defense not good. He's going against that Ravens offense. So is this? I'd probably lean towards this game going over. I'd probably lean the -6. I mean, like a lot of these Ravens games, besides them when they played the Bills, have been pretty close. So I might say that it might be closer than -6. But like I said, it's hard to say right now. Like I like Ravens money line right now.
Oh shit, Duke up 21-17. That's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh damn!
When I need Miami to do something, yeah.
I mean, killing your parlay, huh?
No,
Damn,
I
Arkansas.
mean it's not what I think is still second quarter going into the third, so it can still hit.
Nah, yeah, they ain't even started the third yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
at the
it
half.
can still hit. Yeah.
But I
But
mean,
from what I'm looking at, just looking at the highlights, look like Duke was just going up and down the field.
and Miami was up 14-0 on them boys though.
And Duke was able to come back.
And Ole Miss put in the boots on Arkansas, huh?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Arkansas giving it up. Pop, sir. Anybody else want to touch on this Bengals Ravens Thursday night game?
My damn mute button was on. Um, both of these defenses are some ass, man. Um, the Bengals can definitely score on them, and vice versa. Um, both of these teams are. I mean, I get it, man. Like Ravens fans are probably going to get upset, but you know these division games can go either way. 6 points, that's a lot for a Thursday night division game. Um, but I really don't know. I'll take Derrick Henry's attempts and his yards probably anytime touchdown. Outside of that, I'm not even sure, man. Like, I don't know. I know the Ravens got to win this game though. You know what I'm saying? Especially um losing to Cleveland the way that they did last week on a short week against Joe. They got to figure out a way to keep this shit close, man. 'Cause the Bengals are what, 3-4?
Yeah,
No,
3-5, 3-4, 3-5, something like
Yeah,
that.
the
so
three.
they're definitely going to be playing with a sense of urgency. So this might be a good one, man. Actually, it will. Division games are usually good on Thursday.
Bengals lost
Um,
here, dead in the water, right?
Yeah.
um, I don't know,
Well,
man. How many more
it depends
division?
on what happens with the Raiders, but
Yeah, how many more division games they got?
They got a lot. They've only played 2. They got 4 more.
No, they still in there. You know what I'm saying? You win your division, dog. You win.
Yeah, but the problem is you got the Steelers sitting at 6-2 and the Ravens at 5-3. I mean, like they're already 3 games behind the Steelers, and they're 2 games behind the Ravens. Essentially, they gotta beat the Raiders. They
They
have to win.
do.
I mean, like the Ravens game is. I mean, the Ravens game, depending on what the Ravens do on Sunday, just depends. But I mean, I guess we're gonna find out. I guess.
Yeah.
they mess
Yeah.
around and drop that game to the Raiders, and then they
Yeah.
come into this game, they're gonna be swimming right above the water.
Well, yeah, they do that, then they're only looking at 3-7. The I mean, shit is over after that.
Sheesh. Pop, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, based upon their previous game, I do like the over on this game. I do like the over on this game. But this is a must win for the Bengals if they want to try to compete for playoffs. They got to beat the Raiders and they have to beat the Ravens. They had a chance to beat them in their first meeting, but we know what happened with that game. So this is a game the Bengals got to win to stay in this race. And if not, I think I don't I think it's over for their season in regards to playoff contention if they don't. But I do like the Ravens, and I would take the over on points because I believe last time they played it was over 60 points.
Last time they
Combined
played,
score.
it was 41-38.
Yeah. So I do like the over as well. And any Henry prop, anytime touchdown, Henry been getting that. So
Facts. All right, man. Well, that's the last game of the slate this week. Anything y'all got for the people before we get out of here?
Nah, bro. Enjoy your weekend, man. And you know, that's about it. See y'all next week. Appreciate y'all for fucking with us and everything. Yeah, man. Be safe out there.
Yeah, man. Hey, it is 81 people in here tapped in with us, man. If you're on the X side, you haven't came to the YouTube side. Come to the YouTube side, like, comment, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications so you can be here every week. We drop this on Saturdays, man. J. Mick, go ahead, man. I do like you had something to say to the people.
No, just keep supporting us every week, every Saturday. I mean, we do this for y'all. I mean, try to give y'all our insight on these games. I mean, try to get y'all a little bit of coin too. That's what it is, man. I mean, this show is nothing without the people that watch it, pretty much. So I mean, like and subscribe, and as I mean, like as long as y'all here, and and we gonna be here. So
Yeah.
no, just keep tapping in with us and be on the lookout for the spaces. We're gonna try to get more active in spaces. So just tap in. Follow the Twitter page, follow the YouTube page, and tell a friend, tell a friend.
Tell a friend, tell a friend.
To tell that friend, to tell that friend, to tell that friend's friend.
And then the one thing, actually, I want to say one more thing, right? So if you come on our spaces and your team wins, make sure when we have another space and your team loses, that you have that same energy. Make sure that you carry that same kind of energy.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what we're talking about. So yeah, so I mean, like, so personally, I got no problem with people popping their shit when you win. I'm cool with that. Like, that's great. But just have that same energy when your team lose and show up. That's it.
We're going to get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with us. Next week, be back here, same place, same time. You know what it is.
Yes, sir.
Peace.